Okay.
Hello?
Do we have... Okay, Scarlett is going through. We have camera now.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
There,
Sorry about
so
that.
people said, there we go. Okay, so people can see us.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We had a full OBS crash. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, we went over to the thing, and the camera didn't want to work, and it just totally shit its pants. Hi, everybody.
That's a new one. I've never seen OBS just blue screen like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. This is Dragon Show, Dragon Bear the Other. I'm Zanny. This is Alkali.
I was definitely not here.
That was insane. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone.
Opening things? Yeah.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
So, I just want to know, just for our own personal benefit, what happened on your guys' side? Like, what did you guys had to do? We had to totally restart OBS in the stream. Did it just pop back on for all y'all, or did you have to reload the page? So that's what I...
Okay.
Reload the page. I'm going to quick tweet, you talk.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. That was kind of insane.
Welcome, B.
This is Dragon Show. We had a lovely Firecast with Status yesterday. We hope we saw that. That was a lot of fun. We were back inside again. Thankfully for this... Well, our heat index has been up and down, honestly, all over the place, and the rain has given us a little bit of respite.
And we're back to being live, period. Sorry about the
Yeah.
weird delay there. We had an OBS crash, but are now back.
Oh, anyway, I'm guessing. Yeah, Status had to go home. Yeah, he had to catch his flight and everything, so...
Thank you for the subscription dry scale. Holy crap.
Thank you.
I reloaded. Well...
I'm guessing I have to reload the number, too, just to, if I want... Yes, let me
oh,
get
yeah, that'll be for a different... No, we have 0 viewers.
Zero.
People talking, but 0 viewers.
Love it. That was fucking insane.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Sorry about that, everybody. That's a new one for me.
No, I've never seen OBS cause a full crash like that. That's different.
Yeah. That reminds me of our old software, honestly.
Oh, my God. That was brutal. I'm very glad we don't have to deal with that one anymore.
Well, actually reminds me of like super old OBS that made us get that software in the first place, remember? Yeah, there we go. And then chat. Just that and then chat. Never mind.
There,
yeah, and then we bring this stuff up.
There we go.
Oh, anyway. Sorry about that.
Sorry, we had to do a full restart there. We're resetting our screens, and now we are done. We've done it.
We did it.
Yay.
Holy crap. That was stressful.
Nisbet, there is nothing wrong with a shopping version of D&D. Those are some of our best games. B, that I'm glad you are listening to our show and not watching the shit show that we have created.
Yeah, if I can do a shopping trip in D&D, and it's like a trip to the mall where I can just be like a weirdo.
No, that means it's you're doing a session where basically you're buying gear and stuff.
No, but you would go to the candle store.
Bed Bath and Beyond magic?
Yes.
Okay.
Bed Bath and Beyond science.
Sue, no Cobalt shopping trip. Allow me to show you why. Zanny?
Oh, look, it's on sale. As in, they're selling it. I'm going to buy it.
Zanny?
What?
Did you spend all of our money on habanero salsa?
No, I have credit cards. There's a lot. There's a whole balance.
Oh my God. Zanny?
What?
How many jars of habanero salsa did you buy, little Cobalt?
Enough to satisfy me for a extended period of time.
I came home and Zanny has went shopping, and they have the odds and ends that we need, so the shopping trip was successful. And 4 goddamn jars of habanero salsa. I go, Zan, we're on a budget. And they said, well, sometimes they don't have them, so we needed to stock. Like, I get it.
We had to stock. They were out of it for like 2 weeks. It was like
dying.
Shattering to my soul. Let's see if we get our music in here too. God damn, everything's just
everything
crashed.
No,
yeah,
that was insane.
Okay.
Oh, that one crashed.
I don't know what's happening.
It might not have been OBS. I think it was the computer. The computer took a shit and everything crashed.
And we just restarted it. Okay, never mind, y'all. I'm just gonna go with what we have. This is insane. All right, Maggie? They have your favorite thing. You got to get like 500 of them. Otherwise, they'll never come back again. Especially when it's a grocery store. You have to show them that they're really popular.
Where is that?
That
thing that you just had.
I'm sorry.
The music. Where's the music?
Over on the white.
You drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might have disappeared.
I just closed it. You had to close it and reopen it like everything else.
Okay. Doesn't look real to me.
Oh my God.
Yep, now it works. What
yes,
the fuck?
because we closed it and reopened it. This is our favorite fight. Anytime something goes wrong with the computer, anytime whatsoever, I just go, Zan, restart it. And then Zan starts clicking on things. All the things, all the time, everywhere. And I sit there very quietly while they do it. And the moment they look away, I restart the computer. And then everything works.
Click all the things.
Do not click all the things.
Click all the things.
Do not click all the things, Cobalt.
This is what we happens when things go wrong. We click all the things.
This is, oh my God. You are Gene Belcher from Bob's Burgers. You have to click the button.
No, we determined your gene.
Oh yeah,
just with more planning and stuff.
I might be in love with Bob's Burgers. For anyone who doesn't watch Bob's Burgers, I like him more than Zanny. But Zanny watched the Bob's Burgers movie with me. It was very fun.
It wasn't. It was very enjoyable.
It's the most charming family ever. I love the family dynamic. But Gene seeing a switchboard with buttons and just starting to hit them. And I had to look over with Zanny. They didn't make eye contact with me. They just went, shut up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, click all the buttons.
And then when Tina, was it Tina, right? The middle?
Tina's the oldest. Tina's the oldest child.
She, you kept staring a hole through me when Tina had.
The awkward moments. It was adorable.
Yes.
The awkward, sexy moments.
Every Tina moment, you're just like.
Gray Foxen. Bob's Burgers is fairly epic. I mean, come on.
Damn. All right.
Oh, how could I ever compete with Gene? Dude, Eugene Merman is one of the funniest fucking people.
Oh, absolutely.
Holy shit. Like, that show is good. Eugene Merman brings it to a whole nother level with that non sequitur character.
Oh, I wonder how much is him just riffing, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong.
A significant amount is him just riffing.
You can tell from his personality and his style, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, they've literally brought him in to do punch-up. The Gene character is nothing but a punch-up character.
Oh, okay.
He says random lines based off the dialogue that is going on that are total throwaways and usually only need to be responded by a very well-timed Bob. Which I would love to take a recording of all of the John Benjamins as Bob, the grunts. Because 100% it is not just a playback. He has different grunts for everything that happens. And it's kind of amazing.
That's awesome.
Hell yes, Sue. I'm so glad that you got your family into. That's awesome.
It's fun how different Bob is than Archer, and that they cross those. I always loved that.
Yes,
that was so great.
Absolutely, I do adore that they are. Oh yeah, no, John Benjamin is just. I mean, we knew John H. Benjamin years ago from he was the coach on Home Movies.
Yeah.
And the son on Dr. Katz. I almost forgot.
Before that, he was Ben on Dr. Katz.
Yep. Oh, my God.
Since the 90s, like early 90s, I've seen him on Dr. Katz as the son.
Son, you need a real job. I have a real job, Dad. I got this potbelly pig, and I'm going to breed him. Son, you need 2 potbelly pigs for that. Well, I'll let him outside. Who knows what'll happen? How much did this pig cost you, son? $99.99. Fuck, dude, I'll never forget that one. Like that, I was young enough to know, like, oh, that's what adulthood is like, but not old enough to realize that maybe you shouldn't just do that. Like, that's maybe not a goal to set for yourself.
I was living on the credit card. There's plenty. Still some left.
Cobalt, no plastic.
Oh.
No plastic. No rubbers and no plastic.
Never give Cobalt's plastic.
Never get Cobalt's plastic. Remember that warning and bags? Keep away from children and Cobalts? Which is obviously what's written on all of them. And if it's not, it should be.
If you give a Cobalt a Discover card, they'll discover they're in debt. Oh, no!
I adore. I literally spend a day every week figuring out the balance on everything, calculating all the finances for the house. And years ago, I went to say, this is like a decade ago, like I needed some information like, hey, Zanny, how much do you make at your job? And they looked at me with all sincerity, go, I have no idea. Took a sip of coffee and walked away. Conversation over. Okay.
Say, why worry about that? It's numbers. Numbers make stress me out.
God damn it.
You gotta
Hello,
look.
Gunsmith.
What? That's just planning your life correctly. It's like you're supposed to stay away from the stressors.
I love you so much.
Thanks.
For everything else, there's Cobalt Card. Never leave home with that. Cobalt Card is just a button like Life Alert that has Cobalt swarm the store and distract while you steal what you want.
Has life set a trap for you, taking your pants and taking your purse coin? It's really specific. There's Cobalt Card!
Cobalt Card, card for you. Cobalt Card, what do you do? Cobalt Card will swarm you. Cobalt's on the move. Ah!
There you go. Oh, I want Cobalt Card now.
Betty had no idea his compensation is Sue, that's amazing. That is the best way to describe somebody's pay. Oh, my God.
Compensation is a math problem. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck me. Gunsmith, I wish we were there, too. I truly do. I would like to be at every convention, because that is how we choose how we want to go, and I want to go exhausted after a con.
Yes.
What was Dimitri Martin's thing? If I'm ever on a ship about to go down, I hope I have a bag of potato chips, because if I drown, I want to drown parched.
Because it's satisfying for like half a second.
Exactly. If
Oh.
I'm going to die, I want to die after like a year of a con every weekend, just laying in bed like, all I want to do is sleep. I wake up, my eyes, I'm somewhere in purgatory. I'm like, yes, the big sleep.
It is amazing how it's like how ice water is the greatest drink ever if you're completely parched. It's true.
You weren't there yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I went back in. So yesterday, the timing in the house was all screwed up. We had status over.
Yeah.
Miko was working weird hours. Tamoose had a day off, so dinner was just all screwy. But I made chicken riggies last night, a recipe that Status had given me years ago. I made on the Dragon Show, and then Status did a reaction video because chicken riggies is a local dish, local to Status. So I had them over, and I had to make it for them. Very different than their home dish, but they liked it, so that's good. But that also means that I had made a very large dinner and needed to make it multiple times throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So I went inside. Zanny and Status stayed out here. We had finished the show. We were relaxing. Well, went inside. Miko and Tamoose come upstairs for the end of the cooking, and Tamoose hands me a bottle of water. He's like, oh, you look... I took one sip. Like, oh, fuck! It was the best thing I ever drank. And as somebody who's a con aficionado, who played LARP for years, the moment you take a sip of water, you're like, oh, what an amazing experience. Fuck, I need water!
You forgot.
Making dinner turned into chugging. I was just...
Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, I can't stop. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And that's when you don't want the ice cold water, because now it hurts if you chug too fast.
Oh, that's the worst.
When you can get a brain freeze with water, you're doing it right and wrong.
I've hurt myself drinking water. That's
Hello,
just
Badger.
the worst. Where you drink just too much, where it's like, or just like the simplest fucking thing in the world.
Water. We couldn't figure out water.
And sometimes you just can't water. But yeah, you drink too fast and you get the headache or like the back of your throat.
Oh my God.
It's like ice cream headache with water.
Well, my Nero friends were the ones who told me, like, when we were super overheated at Nero, I never knew, like, one group would always keep a case of water just outside their cabin, not in the cooler, not in the fridge, because if you're super overheated, room temperature water is a way better start than chugging an ice cold water. You can chug a room temperature water and then sip an ice cold water.
Yeah. Just not as satisfying. I love that.
Not as satisfying at all, but does not hurt you as much.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you just like remember to take it slow. I don't know.
I would
get what
never
you mean.
just like grab the bottle, squeeze, and hope it doesn't come out your nose.
You're right. You do just want to fucking do that shit.
Yep.
Anyway,
Can't do it with Green River.
we didn't do intros yet of our announcements.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God! Wow, we suck today, everyone.
Sorry.
The crash really messed with us.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I would like to give a huge thank you to our patron supporters, namely Mama T. Hold on, is the microphone working? We were
Yes.
having problems.
We're good.
Okay. Mama T, Nikolai, White Shadow Hair, Dan Wolfhard, Dr. Lark, Eddie the Weather Fox, Erner, Erwolf, Peter the Bear, Pup Sins, Regbane, Regdust, Dennis the Ferret, Tikel, Artenis Vlupus, Beaten, Buddy Goodboy, Deadly Kitten, Exendiv, Quicksand, Memphidida, Green Drag, Hawk Feather, Maggie Holt, Makasi, New Dark Cloud, Pandez, Richter, Sasha Whitefur, Seal, Shukin Flash, Silver Godamon, Skyer, Skylar Ringtail, Two Plantags, Lux Vertus, Select, Fast Facts, John Rivetti, Mikhail, Pafor, QM, Stale Rice, Sully, Tom F, Viju Willie, and of course our strike opposers, Petrov Neutrino, Seglier Drake, Sudir and Benny, Briggs Buckingham, Dragor, Tobotter, Tezcat, Magic Drag, Connie Wolfwitch, Head Fox and Fluff, Foxamore, Gray Fox and Ziggy, Coda Masters, and Nisbet. Zanny, go right ahead.
And just as an announcement, sorry I was a little late. Next week we'll have the new pictures. I just got a little caught between some tasks. Sorry about that. They will be in.
Anthrocon and visiting from Status really
Yeah.
kind of put us behind. We are sorry, everyone. We will have all the pictures up for the appropriate amount of time. So, yeah, once they're up, we'll probably have a week crossover where we
Yeah.
show both pictures, the new and the old.
Yep.
A reminder to everyone, if you would like to be a part of the show, will you please join our Patreon, link down below the stream, right? Mm-hmm. Excellent. We have a Patreon. We are trying to make this a living. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we are under $200 away from our $1,000 goal, the monthly premium cast. That is where we would be putting out things such as Cooking with Alkali, Zan Rants, Drag It News Network, and things of the like. And, of course, every once in a while, D&D. Even though the next level is the big D&D one, we would still do D&D every once in a while. Don't forget to join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. when we are joined by Definitely More. And, oh boy, this is fun. Fox and Pepper will be racing home from a convention to see if they can make it in time for the stream. So if they don't die, that'll happen. Keep your eye on us for the announcement on Heroic Hump Day. That time might be changing, but we'll be back Wednesday with Boozy again. And Billiards by Thursday will be its normal time, Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah,
We did it.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. I think it might be changing. We did do an hour just to sync up. We'll definitely get that by soon.
Oh yeah, no. We're behind because of all the shit. I did it again.
Oops.
Fly,
you
get off my
did
water.
it again.
And yes, today at 3 p.m. Eastern is Shadowrun with Sarathan. Thank you for the
Awesome.
reminder, Nisbet.
Yes, thank you. Oh, Shadowrun. That was my first intro to, what do you call it? Cyberpunk, really.
Oh, Shadowrun, yeah.
Like, I didn't know that Blade Runner was, and I didn't really see. I really didn't see it, before that. Cyberpunk. That I could think of. Or didn't know it was Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I think that's I totally get that. I mean,
Yeah.
I luckily with LARPing, I was exposed to all the different gaming styles, cyberpunk,
okay.
steampunk, and all that. So
That's fair.
That was something I got into very early on. But like with you, we always laughed. I did LARPing way before I did D&D. So I think that's why my D&D style is so kind of open world, but still overarching story that's on tracks. I'm gonna make you play my story, you fuckers. I wrote it. You don't get to use the drill to go to the other side of the planet to avoid the sun. I don't care if I stop the planet from spinning. Stop it.
It's funny, actually, one of my first exposures to Cyberpunk was an NES game set in the near, far-off future where all humans are destroyed except for Ken Masters from Street Fighter. No, this was not shoehorned in. No, we're not just
What?
putting...
What?
We didn't just put this character in, even they look nothing like them.
Come on.
Other than the fact that they have blonde fucking hair. But
You're
yes,
kidding
on
me.
the NES, they released Street Fighter. Wait for it. 2010. That was a...
You're fucking
Yeah.
with me. I did not
and
know
you
that.
fight all these different it's just a blonde haired dude with glass yeah, we're supposed to believe that was Ken because future, And there's like all against aliens, and that they just tack it out in the Street Fighter. But I'll never forget, it was 2010.
Oh my god!
So do you ever do that with like the future notes? Like, oh, we're in 2015 now. This is yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Right?
All those old games, movies, shows that we watched that, like, in the year 2000.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like,
especially
we weren't even close, guys.
Oh, we were so off. We thought like we'd have all these like the colorful clothing, but no, we had all sorts of floating things.
Yeah,
floating cars,
the floating things, and it's the neon. Where's my neon city? I mean, Tokyo a little bit.
Yeah.
I am a
99X.
lover of everything Marvel. I am a huge nerd when it comes to Marvel. I loved the Hawkeye series. That street car chase, the car fight, is so fucking well shot. Oh my god! Like, that's the one I showed you.
Which one?
Zanny's not big on Marvel, but the creme de la creme, I'll show them. So the end of the Loki series where our actor from Lovecraft Country.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, very end of the Loki series.
Yeah.
This is a slight spoiler, but there's a character introduced at the end of the Loki series.
Yeah.
Now is the time to mute me. I will give you a thumbs up when I'm done. Loki series has the reveal to who the overarch is going to be for the second iteration of Marvel, and the actor is an actor that we loved from Lovecraft Country. Mm-hmm. So I showed Zanny that, and the craziness of this actor playing the one iteration of this character that's more kind of silly and wonderful and larger than life. So being able to watch that with them, showing you we're done spoiling. Showing you the Hawkeye, the camera shot for the car chase, watching the car spin and the camera stay straight on, like everything about that. Marvel is going above and beyond and realizes they need to be better than just camp.
Well, for those working on it, yeah. Like if I'm like, okay, I'm working on a Hawkeye or something like that, you're gonna that's where I would find my. What can we do that's fucking crazy with this? Like let's go above and beyond, and I think they do that. I think they do as far as like, what can we bring to it that hasn't been done before?
And like me, Pepper talks about this a lot with us. Like we were so blown away by French Dispatch because of how much effort is obviously put into that. The footsteps matching the pace of the scene. For those of you who watched on Dragon Movie Night, the very first scene, Ennui wakes up quickly in the morning, and the first thing that happens is somebody opens a window, throws a carpet out the window, and starts beating the dust out of it very rhythmically. If you really take notice, that's the beat of the scene. On every strike of the carpet, something new starts. Every footstep is with the carpet. Everything goes to the beat. And that's a very Wes Anderson tying the whole scene together. At the end of the day, Pepper's right. That's hard to do, but it's not impossible. And you're making a movie. Make that shit happen. And Marvel is trying.
Sometimes you want the nature to happen and fill in the gaps. You can leave some things to.
No, all planned everywhere.
Right? Like, come on.
Use Excel to film everything.
You can shatter a pot on the ground, and sometimes it makes something neat. Like,
no, shatter it perfectly.
Oh my god! But no,
heartwarming. Finish Loki. It's genuinely a good one.
We have different ideas on art and things sometimes, but yes, but it is like why you like Miss Maisel so much. Like
absolutely.
It's obvious. Like this is like so.
Happy Sunday, bad kid.
It is so like precise on how they want this to happen. That
whoa!
You can't. What's up?
Cosmic. That doesn't show up on our screen. Cosmic just Patreoned us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Holy shit, Cosmic. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry, we didn't get some...
I didn't notice that.
And did we say dry scale as well?
We did catch dry scale, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Cosmic.
Sasha, you don't see your avatar on there? Let's take a look.
Oh, up there? Is that what they mean?
Yeah. I understand.
Is that... Oh, okay.
Yep, it was just a little
higher. It was a little above. Okay.
It was a little above. Thank you, Sasha. Appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Got you now, Sasha. Thank you. Oh my God! Thank you so much, Cosmic. You are. Oh, and you're here too.
Aww.
Cosmic is amazing. Holy fuck! They do not help run the variety show at Anthrocon. They run the variety show at Anthrocon. That show does not happen without them. I do emceeing. I help out with the comedians, and I look over, and Cosmic runs themselves ragged. So, Cosmic, thank you for making a panel that I truly have loved since I joined the fandom, and that has been dying. Not that it's so much the Anthrocon one, but that panel, it's so hard to run at conventions.
Absolutely, and it's as from my memory, when I first got into furry, it was the only big panel. Like, it was one of the only big panels.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
It was definitely like the one I think of, the big main event thing that was in the main event space on Saturday night. Kind of thing. You get what I'm saying, though.
Absolutely.
And that, you're right, it has been going by the wayside as furry has opened up, and we've found out different ways to do different shows, different whatever, but I always love that.
Well, I think a lot of it is that a lot of the performers who do the audience participation panels have learned over the years how powerful audience participation is. Like, open mic was never a panel until, I'd say, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And then so all of a sudden, you only had the variety show to get everybody at the convention a chance to be on stage. Well, now you have open mic. You get a chance to be on stage. Whose Line? You get a chance to be on stage. There's a lot of storytelling panels that throw to the audience. You're getting a chance to be on stage. It's not just the variety show anymore. And I think taking that away as the pigeonhole has changed a lot of, the need to be on that panel. The need to get that stage time.
That's true. Oh, I see what you're saying. Is an easy way to remember when open mic started.
What?
We started going out, and then they started having the open mic panels, and that's when you told me to go up and do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one of the reasons you told me, they had just started up.
Kage ran the first open mic panel that we were a part of.
MCFC.
FCN.
FCN, yes.
Yep, this was before MCFC. This was MCFC.
So
if
our
you
first
don't know,
FCN together.
If you don't know, MCFC was born from FCN, which was just it was the spiritual predecessor, with very similar convention, very similar style, same location, not as now, but yeah. And Kage was running open mic, and I made you get on stage.
Yes, you did,
and you did great.
I did pretty good.
I thought you did great.
I did well enough to get, I had a couple jokes. I got some laughs. I made some joke that was putting the top of the cup at Panera Bread similar to putting on a condom because it was so fucking hard to do.
Oh my God.
There was that, and then I ended with something that happened over at Bits between you. Between me, Bit, Dragger, and those whoever in the room, and it did well enough to where I was like, oh man, I might maybe want to do this. But afterwards, Kage saw you were there and pulled you up.
I was recording you.
That's why you were there.
I was running the camera to record your set.
Uh-huh.
And then Kage stopped the show and made the guy who runs Whose Line do a 5-minute set.
Uh-huh.
And that was my that was the first time I had done a straight, a real get up there and do traditional stand-up. I MC things all the time, and that was my strong suit back then. So doing a tight 5, I had a tight 5. I was not ready to do a tight 5, and I'll never. I remember I did.
Yeah, so it was 2011, 2012 probably.
It was Acid Trip on the Side of a Mountain was one, and the School Bus.
Yep.
Acid Trip on the Side of a Mountain and School Bus were the two I chose. And when I got off stage, Kage slapped me on the back, and apparently I was still shaking, and he fucking pissed himself laughing.
Aww.
I was not ready to do stand-up. Stand-up is way different than emceeing. Emceeing is, this person over here, let's talk about them. This person over here, let's talk about them. Little quip, little addition, little joke to throw in it and then go. And that's very easy for me. It's reacting to myself. I set it up, I tear it down, I throw to them, and I'm done. Stand-up is a beast of a different back. So I was like, oh, God, I have to be up here for like 5 minutes alone. Shit.
Oh, damn, Mikkel. It's a little deeper than 5. Okay, I'm sorry.
God damn it, Cosmic. That's
What?
awesome. Ben, any advice for developing your tight 5? We can tell you this right now. It's doing it. Most of the stuff you guys see has bombed.
Yeah.
Everything that I have written, you have to go through a phase of trying it and seeing what works, because what works for you doesn't necessarily work for an audience. Yes, you start off by doing it in front of a mirror. You see how you look. You see your pacing. That works. But until you're in front of an audience, you literally have no idea how the timing is going to work, how you're going to interact with the laughter or the silence from your audience. I mean, I do a ton of wordplay and puns. I need to work into my set the ability that I'm going to get booed. I'm going to get playfully booed for puns, and you don't just go off of that, you roll with it. So yeah, until you do it in front of an audience a few times, you can't make you can have an idea, but you're not going to make your tight 5 until you perform it multiple times in front of people.
So you sometimes don't know what's going to work and what isn't. Why? Sometimes you're like, oh, this part is actually a little bit much. It doesn't really serve the joke.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't see those things until you do it.
Because you're you know where it's coming from. You need to see the audience reaction. First Squared one year, one of my all-time best routines came out of nothing. It just flowed with the audience. It was City Skylines. My City Skylines story is one of my favorites to perform. Right after that, I had another thing that I had only practiced in front of a mirror. Bombed. It did not work with an audience because it was funny to me because of my personal experiences.
Yep.
It did not interact with the audience I was in. It wasn't a furry-centric joke.
Yeah.
Telling that in an open mic outside of furry, it gets a good laugh. It's not one of my better ones. It gets a laugh. In furry, it got nothing. You don't know. You do not know.
And likewise, it's funny. Some people think, oh, furries are an easy audience or normies are a better audience. No, they're just
good
different.
audience.
No, they're different. Well, obviously, yes. Obviously, furries will be much more cognizant and but like in my experience, like it's so weird. They're just so in the normie space. I say normie space, but you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah, we get what you're referring to.
Yeah, there's certain jokes that would like kill with them and just nothing with the furs, and vice versa.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's just different audiences. It's
yes.
not. It's so funny how that works. It's just because like what is taboo and what is not with those audiences.
Cosmic has it exactly right.
Absolutely.
That's everything. Cosmic was at a comedy club in Boston once. Stephen fucking Wright, one of the greatest comedians out there, came in to try 20 minutes of new stuff. There was one good joke in there. That's exactly how it works. Do you ever have like a silly throwaway that you kind of liked and like it killed? Like, I have no idea. Yeah, that's my favorite. Purple Kitty, don't run off with my catnip.
But then again, the opposite is just as heartbreaking. Like, I thought, I really liked that. And sometimes you'll even say it afterwards.
Yep.
You'll try to make it happen. You're like, what? Nothing? No? Okay.
Oh, yeah. No.
It'll be obvious, like, when that shit happens. It's the worst. That's because, like you said, you develop your inner audience based on learning what works for you. And that's what's so hard, because, like, people don't realize that's why they say it takes 10 years to make a stand-up, at least, because some things that like a joke might not work for you based on your look, your personality, the way you deliver it, all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah,
it's
Big Ben. Go.
No, that's it.
Big Ben. Yes. Yeah, that's not an easy joke. Any joke that makes your audience uncomfortable, you have to tread a really weird line, and you did it. You had a joke that got everyone to laugh. That started off with everyone's like, oh God, is this? Oh, that was funny.
Fuck, Emo did a pedo joke.
Emo Phillips had some crossing the line.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But he made you do the work, and that made it okay. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You had to connect the dots. So it's not
Emo's
like
suicide joke was top notch.
Exactly.
That was Yeah, Emo had a suicide callback joke that would not have worked, should not have worked, and had the entire audience of mostly younger people dying.
Because there's a mastery in how he did a certain amount of surrealism to the point where you knew he wasn't being serious. You know that?
Yes.
Yes. And that is such an interesting balancing act.
Yeah. No.
Because you know when he's being referencing reality, and you know when he's being silly for a joke, and it just bounces back and forth sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we're playing, you don't. That's part of the idea. We're playing. You don't know where he's leading you down the path of like that subverted expectations of literally.
He's a master of subverting expectations.
Literally, the first half of a sentence being, and that's one of my favorite things to do.
Yes,
is you change the meaning of everything you said with the end of the sentence.
And his
he did that so well.
I'm sorry. Science and religion work together to show us the universe. Science figures out most of the answers that we need, and religion makes up the rest. Holy
shit.
Fuck. That's how he started the show. Holy shit, Emo fucking Phillips.
I died. He went hard. It was great.
Yeah, that was, again, if you don't know, yesterday we talked about this. Emo Phillips opened for Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was about to happen, and Status didn't tell me. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, Emo Phillips, and I lost my fucking mind. Like, it was so amazing. I didn't even realize seeing Emo Phillips was a bucket list thing, but the second he walked up, like, this is now on my bucket list and checked off. Same moment.
You know, it's funny, with the fake COVID vaccination card, you could still get COVID.
No, it was, you know what the best part about fake vaccination cards is? The people who have them can still get COVID. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, he asks the audience if anyone has a fake vaccination card, says that line, and then picks one of his masks up off the ground and puts it back on. Like, fuck me. Yeah, Tikel, he's amazing. Yesterday, we listened to... Oh! Yep, exactly, Cosmic. Punch up.
Yep.
Never punch down. People respond to it. You can always tell when somebody is punching down.
Mm-hmm.
Wildcard 9, yes. Yeah, no. Emo Phillips is doing an exaggeration on himself. What's his name? Help me out. Just died. Iago from Aladdin.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Gilbert Gottfried is doing an exaggeration of themselves. Anytime you put yourself out there like that, you're going to annoy people. I'm doing an exaggeration of myself when I go onto stage and do my scream humor. Yeah. Some people find that super annoying. Abso-fucking-lutely, I am turning off people because my style is like that. But my style is like that because it helps my style. It furthers my comedy.
It's more
if you don't like it, then you're not going to like it, and that's fine. And I need to know that. I need to accept that. That's just part of being a comic. Mm-hmm. If you're a comic and everyone likes you, you're doing something really wrong.
Yeah,
you're going to get the Tonight Show and grow a giant chin.
Well, it's funny because like it's one of the most important things to do, even if it's not through the stories and what you're telling them, is giving them an idea of who you are, even through your material.
Absolutely,
and that's a hard.
That's
thing
a very
to do.
American thing.
It is.
American comedy is very different.
Very different.
Because we 100%, American comedy is a lot about building that repertoire with your audience, letting them get to know you during your set, which is always why I thought opening, like getting a tight five, is one of the hardest things out there. I am horrified when I get onto the Anthrocon main stage. But when I do normal stand-up for an hour, for half an hour, I have half an hour to build a rapport with anyone in the audience who's never met me before. If I'm doing an opening, I have 5 minutes to build that rapport, and that's why it's a tight five. Mm-hmm. Hey, Average Homer, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dying is easy, comedy is hard. I like that.
Dying on stage it's easy if you just let it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not fun.
I'm an improviser. Like
that's fair.
You get The best way to get used to bombing on stage, go into improv comedy. You bomb.
Absolutely.
You bomb 4 or 5 times. And I don't mean I mean almost get booed bombed. And you do that for years. And you slowly learn what never to say. And then it gets better.
Yeah. You don't get booed too much.
Not anymore.
No, not in the open mic space, at least.
Oh, well, definitely not in
definitely
furry.
not the open mic space.
That's why, again, that's why I love furry, and that's why I can say with 100% confidence that it is the best audience out there, not because they're going to laugh easy at your jokes, not because they're into your humor, but because it is faux pas in furry to shit on somebody who's putting themselves out there. And open mic is putting yourselves out there. The variety show is putting yourselves out there. You boo, you're the one getting booed now. We are furries. We are a community, and we make sure we know it. So no, furry is the best audience.
Well, that's the thing is like if you're booing,
If you're booing, it better be me. Like,
what? Well, that's the thing. It's like when you go to a show and like you're paying for something, like I paid for this. This better be good. That's the expectation. Where if you go to open mic, it's like, oh, this person's trying. It might not work.
Yeah.
There's that, at least that expectation to,
Yeah.
Whereas
absolutely.
if you're not being, whereas if you pay for it, it's like I paid money to be entertained. This is not entertaining. You are wasting my time, and I'm representing the rest of the audience by booing you. Boo.
Yeah.
That's when you get in trouble. Is when you're not representing everyone around you.
Well, and how many open mics have you been to where the audience of the open mic is the people performing at the open mic? Like, it's open mic night at the comedy club.
Oh.
You're a comedian
Nothing
performing to comedians. You have no idea how hard that is.
Nothing is worse. I think the worst open mic show I ever had was like 5 comedians.
Yep, and no
in the
one else
corner
there.
of a bar.
Yeah.
And it's just like 5. Like I think it might have been 4. It was brutal. It was something. It's like, okay, we're doing this,
Dude. They had me MC an event that was a trivia competition at a bar. You know, bar trivia night?
Yeah,
They didn't fucking advertise it.
of course. So
they
most people
brought-
are just doing their shit.
No. Everyone was doing their shit. No one was. It's not a trivia night if you don't tell people it's a trivia night. They're there to sit at a bar. So now we have not a corner of the room. Me and my crew had to go around and find out who wanted to play. So now we're doing the format of playing a Jeopardy with a projector for the entire bar to see because everyone's spread out and only 3 people are playing and then none of them are into it. They're just playing because they didn't have the balls to say no. In the middle of the game, we had a guy go, you know what, I'm not into this. I'm just out. Like, we're playing with 2 people. We were like 20 years old. Fuck me. One of the worst nights I've ever had. It just performing there with my crew. Like, I think one of our guys was with me. They never wanted to do it again.
Oh.
They like quit. Yeah, no, it's horrible when you do stuff like that. And unfortunately, that's open mic in the real world sometimes. Sometimes no one wants to see you there. You're there because you want to be there. But that's good. That's when you get to try. That's when you're going to go with your fucking C-list material and see
absolutely.
what gets a smile.
I tell you, it's funny. Since we're talking about worst times, one of my worst times, I think it was 2016. I had 15 minutes before one of y'all's shows, just like I usually did. I was on stage. It was 2016 on Anthrocon main stage. I was stressed for my job. I wasn't, like, there was so much wrong going on in my life. And like I didn't have time to prepare as much as I wanted to. And I went up there, I was getting heat stroke, and I was like, and you know, when I start floundering, I'm done. And just like that was happening, I was like flubbing my words. I couldn't think properly. That was harsh. But just sometimes it happens, and you can't control it. You just gotta go
you
with
can't. You cannot. When sometimes, I mean, I've cut a set short. I've cut a set a little short because I was
definitely cut it
definitely
short.
feeling that I lost the audience entirely. It's very hard to recover from that. Also, hold on. I want to go back and read what Cosmic wrote because this is 100% true. At a good open mic, the audience wants you to succeed because we're all in it together. And if you don't soar, we'll still support and look forward to the next time when you improve.
Absolutely.
That is the furry open mic scene.
Absolutely.
And I love that.
I
And no, I've never seen somebody attacked on stage B. Unfortunately, I have seen people get shit thrown at them, which wasn't cool.
Yeah. When when you started and I started doing open mics and I got a little experience, I And I'm saying this. This sounds like I'm bragging, but I did. I killed a couple times in my 5-minute sets, and that gave us that opened up the doors for people. Well, we did our first on First Squared for the 3-headed monster, and then you saw the stuff we did on the other. Oh, okay, yeah, just getting them a show. So that's when we started getting 3-headed monsters at all the other.
Yeah,
cons.
I love 3-headed monster. That's a fun panel.
I would send people like, oh, here's my AC set. They're like, oh shit, okay, it's pretty cool.
Seamus.
What?
Open mic has nothing to do with open heart surgery. God damn it.
Open mic. He's just really, really he lets you know everything about his life.
Skylar.
Anyway.
All right, let's stop jerking ourselves off with comedy.
Yes,
yeah,
comedians.
Oh my god.
There were some podcasts like that. They're so bad. It's like, hey, yeah, it's like how you doing? It's like we're the cigar smoking comedians and we're the best, and all these jokers on TV aren't the real comedians. You ever hear like people like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The guy who did a review of our show. I wanted to review his show, but I don't punch down.
That's perfect. That's a perfect example.
So we were years ago when the Dragon Show first started. We were on, was it Cloud?
Yeah.
Cloudpodcast.com. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
So we basically joined this thing, and we became number 7 in comedy podcasts on this, and it was amazing. Like we were thrilled. And then some guy, if you search for the Dragon Show, one of the top results was some guy who did reviews of shows and reviewed the top 10. So what did he do? Went to a random one of our episodes, clicked on a random moment, and judged our entire show by a 5-minute segment of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is not a review, you ass! And just said there's like, well, these guys are just talking about being gay. Who would want to listen to this? And I'm just like, if
other gays. yeah.
We've had 150 episodes. You want to judge us by 5 minutes from a random? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we listened to his show. His entire show was just self-gratification.
It was.
Like,
They provided no... Well, there's nothing wrong with reviewing and stuff like that.
No, there's nothing wrong with reviewing, but at least put some substance to the review.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Oh, man.
Oh, Cosmic, you should have been at First Squared closing ceremonies then. When everyone donated. Everyone donated to put a pie in my face.
Woo! Oh, thank you, Dr. Q.
Dr. Q, thank you for the subscription. We just had waffles yesterday.
Oh, waffles.
It's been a while since we did waffles.
We even have a weed waffle thing.
Wildcard 9, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thank you. So, had a bit of a rough start, but, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, my God. Oh, are you talking about our stream?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We just did...
Oh, thank you, Frozen Wolf. Jeez.
Oh, no, Cosmic is
thank
continuing it. Sorry.
I misread.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've seen that one before. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. Twitch has a bunch of alerts to tell us what's going on, and holy shit, sometimes they are confusing. Like, this person gifted this person, who transferred to this person, who threw it in the garbage and was picked up by this person. Like, thank you, chain of events.
Yeah. Thanks, Destiny. You're a butt.
Seamus!
What?
Did you say thanks, Destiny? You're a butt?
You are.
Yeah, fair enough.
You ever seen Mr. Destiny or whatever? Michael Caine?
I remember Mr. Dreams. Or no, Dream On. HBO Dream On.
Dream
That's
On
an
was
old
great.
one. I loved that one. Wildcard, thank you for the
you.
biddies, dude.
Thank you, Wildcard. Oh!
Oh, it's one of those things.
What, a unicorn?
No, it's a hype train. Everyone run a train. Come and ride that train. Donate now. Woo, woo. Sorry. Oh, Seamus knows Dream On. Yeah, Dream On was one of my first. The format is what got me.
The
Dream
Cutaway
On was one of the first Cutaway shows, wasn't it?
It was a Cutaway show, and they used old clips.
Nesbitt, thank you.
Thank you, Nesbitt. They used old clips to make their punchlines, which I thought was the coolest thing. Right?
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's so, and I'm sorry for anyone who, Zurian, thank you guys.
Thank you.
To anyone who's a fan of Family Guy, awesome. I also enjoy the Family Guy humor. What I don't enjoy about it is its full non sequitur. I like non sequiturs used to enhance the situation, not to just throw, and that's what Family Guy does, and it works. I will never say it doesn't work. Hype.
Love it.
But Dream On had a formula where it could be a non sequitur or it could add so much to the scene. So I really love the cutaways in Dream On.
Who's Hype Train? Who's here for it? Hype Shark!
Hype Shark!
I'm dirty.
Hey.
What?
Wash me.
I know.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What?
Put your hand in my mouth. Ah!
Well, you did such a good job with my other stuff, so Dr. Shark.
Real Cosmo, that one. Okay, Sudir and exactly.
What's that?
So the Meg joke. The Meg joke is horrible and brilliant at the same time because it's help me with the name. Maria Clunas.
Maria Kunis.
Gorgeous. The joke is that in real life, she's so gorgeous and so wonderful and so beautiful. Like, everyone knows how wonderful a person she is.
Mila Kunis, yeah.
Thank you. To be this shit character on the show. I'm sorry, that's just not enough. Like, you want to throw that out there as a joke, then you better point out a little bit of the joke. You can do it as a throwaway, I understand. But yeah, I totally agree that at some point, Meg is the character, and yes, it's punching down. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of those work when
yeah, Wildcard 9.
we realize that, well, if we accept that they are very flawed, this family. Like, even Futurama does that. Like, wow, these people are kind of fucked up, you know, that kind of deal. And like, in a weird way, I like acknowledging what some of us go through.
Thank you, my friend, Kia Fox.
So it's weird, yeah. So it's like I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And yet, can you represent that without showing that like that? It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, someone asked about the shark.
She is a very beautiful actress who has a very good sense of humor and is wonderful in the show. But yeah, I'm sorry. The character is the character, and you're punching down. The character's been there too long. Mm-hmm. You can't do that.
Yeah.
As a guest, that joke would have worked. Oh my God, you have this gore. That would be like bringing in Angelina Jolie and have Simpson. South Park is the exact opposite. When they had on the fake character of reality TV star, Hobbit.
Oh God, damn
Help
it!
me out. Who was that?
Are we talking about Doctor Strange? No,
Hobbit. Doctor Strange.
You said Hobbit. He's a dragon.
Okay. Now
Seriously,
I see your change.
okay.
No. Now I see it. Like, where the fuck did you go there? Okay, now I see the change.
Star?
My God, they had a reality TV show. It's horrible.
Are we talking about
Bruce Jenner's on it?
Okay,
the Kardashians.
Yes,
having
Caitlyn Jenner, right?
But Kim Kardashian having her represented by a little troll was obviously the joke. They were punching down, but they were doing a opposite of how beautiful that she is known in real life. Okay, we get that joke. Meg is not a joke anymore. She's a character. She's a main character.
Kim Kardashian was in The Hobbit?
Kim Kardashian was represented by a hobbit on South Park.
I'm
yes,
brains. I understand.
Snooki was. Maggie is right. I am totally wrong. It was Snooki. Thank you, Maggie. I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Anyway.
Okay, they were talking about your trans shark. Thank you,
Trans
everyone, for the hype train. Thank you, Wildcard, for the subscription. You're amazing.
Yes, for those who don't know, I saw this at a friend's house, and like, oh, that's cute. And then, of course, Gaius, who cracked my egg, sent me this, and with a picture of them hugging the shark, like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? And I had to find out about Trans Shot and why I had. So, had to get your own, and I love Trans Shark, and they're the best.
Takel gave 10 biddies to Baja. You know what that means? Baja needs a goddamn bath.
I need a bath. Bits bath. Bathe me in your bits. Oh,
Bathe me in your bits!
Okay, okay.
Trans Shark.
Bathe me with your bits. Hey, it still works.
Trans Shark.
Bathe me with your bits.
Oh, my God.
I'm a dirty shark. Bathe me with your bits. I smell like Taco Bell for some reason.
Chuck, you're not allowed on the show anymore.
Why does it feel like smell like Taco Bell when you go to Taco Bell?
Thank you all so much for the hype train.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
guys. You're wonderful.
Apparently, we've collected all the level 1 emotes. Twitch likes to do these little achievements to you so you feel better. It's what
I love that Twitch has behind-the-scenes achievements for you. When we first started Twitch, it's like, you streamed once. Achievement. We're like, why would we need achievement? We must get more.
a bits bath. Yes, Sue.
Treasure Bath. I love Treasure Bath. When's the last time we watched History of the World?
Oh, it's been so long. I love that one.
Oh, I want to watch it again just for the Inquisition.
What a show. The Inquisition. Here we go.
Okay, we already probably got a copyright strike for yesterday. We should not.
Is there a copyright strike on that song?
I don't know. I'm so worried. If you weren't here yesterday, we will clip the songs and put them up on our stream somewhere. Status the Ferret joined us and was unbelievable. Played some live music on the stream, which, by the way, 100% we will work on getting more live music on this stream. That was so fun. That was so fun. So keep your eye on the show. We're going to be changing our format a little bit because we're going to need some new things. Because if we want live music on the show, we're going to need to be able to take the big boys outside to mic instruments.
Yeah.
So, keep your eyes open. We're going to be changing a few formats. We want more live music on the show.
Absolutely.
That was so fun. I'm going to learn to play the skin flute. I don't know what that instrument does or how you play it, but
Just for the
Pepper
pun?
says that I'm enough of a jerk that it'll work. So.
Oh, absolutely. And it works because you're a giant gay.
Yay!
What's the stereotypical instrument for a trans person to play? Is there
A stereotypical person for the trans person to play? The jugs. Who. You have illegal titties.
You gonna play with my jugs? All right.
Yes. Cosmic. No, don't get me wrong. I know. Dear God, I know exactly what you mean. Cosmic says, I tried to stream a few times, but I realized that anytime I could stream, there was a fur pile of other people streaming at the same time, and I didn't want to compete. Cosmic, neither do we. I would kill to just have a time slot where we knew we weren't stepping on anyone else's toes, but
It's so hard.
I know this sounds like such a cop-out. The competition keeps us all good. Like, we always try to grow, so there's just not enough time in the day, not enough time in the week. Get out there. You're amazing, Cosmic.
Yeah.
You have a hidden panel that I will never miss again. It was one of the highlights of my con, and the worst part is this kills me. One of the literal highlights of the con was going to the hidden panel and just chilling and singing with Cosmic, and we had to leave because we went and saw the greatest thing that we had seen in furry for years, the community getting together and taking over the riverfront.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't want to leave the panel, and then what happened? We went and saw one of the greatest, most, charming moments of the weekend, a totally community-created moment that, the convention made it happen because the convention was there to gather the people. The convention set the mood, set the tone, set the expectations, and then the community went out and together threw a party. Through an event at the riverfront that I can safely say blew me away.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with everything that happened down there.
I was too scared. I should have jumped in there. I wanted to jump in there.
Jump in where?
The rave.
Oh, I thought you meant the river.
Well, no, not the river. The rave. I wanted to jump in the rave.
Yeah.
I want to do the oons. I want to be a raver girl. Anyway.
Oh, Wild Card 9. I know exactly what you mean. Like the coming up with our schedule was one of the hardest things.
Trans girls play bass. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I need bass guitar. Okay.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
Trans girls play bass
and
guitar.
drums. I know that a lot of the drummers are
really.
There's a few.
Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't say a lot. A few of them are. So yeah.
I could do bass guitar maybe. I'm gonna be a Seth Claypool wannabe.
Also, the furries on the boat. Yep, Cosmic. That's awesome. Yeah, Seamus. It was stunning. It was absolutely stunning.
What was I gonna say? It gone. That pop-up everything was so epic.
Cosmic, yeah. I can't believe that I didn't know that you did your little piano panel every time. I had heard about something like that, never knew where to go or what to look for, and I will never miss it again, dude. What a great way to end a convention. Thank you for doing that, and I'm bringing a bottle too next year. We're sharing. I want to try yours.
Wonderful.
I want one so bad.
Yeah, that was really
Oh,
cool.
Quoxum, that's amazing. Furries on the boat go round and round. They are drunk. They are clowns. But that's okay because we like it.
And for those who don't know, Alki will be at Megaplex in a couple weeks
you.
now?
I think it's in like 2 weeks.
Is that right? I can't.
2 to 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So
Make grilled cheese by the...
you need...
Holy shit.
What?
Holy shit.
What?
No cop is going to come down to the waterfront when the furries have it taken over because they'd be too scared of being absorbed in and learning something about liberalism and actually being like, oh, yeah, no, I've been wrong this whole time, and like throwing their gun into the river. So cops are going to come down there. I could totally set up a small gas-powered...
They're not liberals, they're
flat iron.
lefties. Trust me.
No, they'll never
you.
get that far.
You're right. They would be like, oh, my God. They're that is what they would say.
They would become a
You're
capital L liberal, which is still better than what they are.
That's
it's
true.
fine.
That's fair.
It's
It's
a step in the right goddamn direction.
You're not wrong.
So, since we know they're not going to come down there, why don't I just bring a gas-powered flat iron, and I will cook treats for everyone down by the waterfront. And that's, instead of having a dealer's table, we'll just make alkalized gay grilled cheese.
Ooh, gay grilled cheese.
I make a disgustingly decadent grilled cheese.
Is there rainbow bread? Can you?
Yes, there is a rainbow bread.
Ooh, you can make gay grilled cheese.
I've never made so a rainbow bread is hard because when you put it in the oven, it dulls the colors. So you need to bake it a little differently to keep a vibrant rainbow. So it is a difficult. That being said,
can you make the cheese rainbow and like multiple colors? Is that color?
I have seen that done, and I don't know how they did it.
I
don't know. I would assume that if I got some oil-based color, pre-melted mozzarella, so that the color of the cheese, or a white cheddar. I would use a melted white cheddar and mozzarella for the stretch, and then a little brie added in because that's also white. And I think I could dye that with oil, with the not the watery color like that you use in eggs, but there's an oil-based one that I use in my macarons, so that it doesn't impart water into the. I bet you that would work. So maybe I can make a super gay grilled cheese. Maybe.
I want it.
Wildcard 9, I don't know because of the cheese itself. I honestly don't know what the color would do to a melted cheese, and then I don't know what remelting that cheese would do.
Could you make the gay grilled cheese? You can put a stripper pole through the middle of it to keep everything together. What? You know, like the sandwich? What? Little stripper pole.
They're called toothpicks.
Little stripper pole. We have a little Nas X at the top, sliding downward at the top. He just goes up and down into your sandwich and out.
Oh, my God.
It's like, call me what you want. Because he's small. He's like, call me what you want. And he goes, and it's like, it just happens every 30 seconds. This is a very expensive grilled cheese.
It's a very expensive grilled cheese.
It is.
And then it fucks the devil.
That inside the grilled cheese.
Inside the grilled cheese. That's why it's such a salty sandwich.
I'll be on it, sure.
Benny and I would love to do 10,000 grilled cheeses with Benny. We would record the entire thing and put it. I wonder what the world record for gay grilled cheese is. We need to call Guinness.
Call me.
Here's a shame.
Cheese.
Jumping topics. Do you guys know why Anthrocon does not have the world record for most fursuiters gathered for a parade? Because they contacted Guinness before and will never do it again. Will never do it again.
Oh, yeah. They're assholes.
I wouldn't say assholes. They're precise.
Just,
I think if you've got... Oh, Sue knows. Yeah, Sue. I'm also angry because they did what they needed to do. Fine. You are the Guinness Book of World Records. You have rules. You need to follow them exactly fine. But they just didn't understand. Because what is a fursuit?
Oh,
Define that perfectly.
damn it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So looking down at the crowd, they're like, I see a gentleman in there who's just wearing this, and that doesn't count, so this doesn't count. And it's like, okay, hold on. We can figure this out. But no, they're just so precise. Yeah.
It's so hard to be like, everybody, if you don't... As Kago would say, if you aren't wearing your full fursuit, and this is only when they're at the top of the set, you will not be counted. No. That's what you'd have to do. You'd have to let people know you're trying to set a new record. And
That,
like,
100%. But that and
Poodles out.
This is just part of talking to a large crowd. We could say whatever we want.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of people not listening. They're talking to their friends. Like, it's fine. Like, that's just how it works.
Thank you. You like the impression?
Oh, that's exactly what Kage knows how to use a microphone for a giant crowd. Speak slowly and precisely.
You know how this is how I do a quick Kage impression. I know the penis quite well.
Oh my God.
Oh, duh.
That's a wonderful question, Slippery. Let's talk about that. The Kigu. Is the Kigu a fursuit? That is such a hard question because, Maggie, that's why I'd say it's out, because a fursuit to me, like, a Kigu can mean something to me, but if you're just saying a Kigu, no, I think it's got to be more than that. Could a Kigu become a fursuit? Absolutely. Is a Kigu inherently a fursuit? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. So I sometimes wear my skin tight. I have a pet suit that I wear. Now, that wouldn't count? What would it? My spandex?
But your spandex
That
is
doesn't count.
colored to be the body
Yeah,
color.
so is a Kigu.
But you're wearing the fursuit head.
So are but what if the Kigo people are too?
Now you're adding a bit more.
I see Kigos with the fursuit head on. Would that count or no?
What about a subwoofer? Is that a fursuit?
A subwoofer.
It's a really hard question. I don't know how to answer that, but I'd say if you want to have your Kigu represent your fursuit, I should be able to look at it and see your fursona, and you still need the head. You need the head.
Absolutely, yeah, I get that. It's people don't. We know, they're a full pajama thing.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's hard, and that's the conversation that had to happen with Guinness. How do you basically they're saying, okay, we'll give you a world record, but first we need the dictionary. All right.
Oh.
Partial fursuit is absolutely a fursuit to me.
Yeah, that's where we get definitions are stupid. Because it's like, oh, we need something to record. So what are you gonna do?
Okay, fair enough, Cosmic.
Cosmic.
Oh my God. Thank you all so much for being here. We hope you're having a good time. This is the Drag It Show. If you're enjoying it, please don't forget to click that follow button. And if you're really enjoying it, please subscribe. If you have a membership to Amazon Prime, don't forget you have a free subscription to Twitch. We're not saying you have to use it here, but please use it on somebody. Fuck Bezos. Don't let him keep that $5.
And if you want to keep up with us, we always announce when we'll be streaming on our Twitter and our Telegram as well. But yeah, it's our Twitter is a very easy way to keep track of all that. We try to keep a normal schedule, but you can always check there if you ever want to know.
Absolutely.
So that's at Drag It Show.
And, of course, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, we'll be joined by Definitely More and Fox and Pepper if they make it home in time from the convention for Multiplayer Monday. We'll see what we're playing then. But, yeah, so we'll be an interactive multiplayer stream. Heroic Hump Day will happen on Wednesday, we think with Boozy, but that still needs to be confirmed. More on that tomorrow. We'll make sure to put that out there. And, of course, see you Thursday for Billiards But Thursday. All right. And Nisbet is at 3 o'clock. Yep. And a reminder today, Shadowrun, 3 p.m. with Seraphim Sabretooth. It's going to be a mess. Yes, always.
Oh, yeah, we're in Brazil with Jesus. Jesus is up there. You can't escape him.
Oh, and Maggie is streaming post-Brunch.
Why? That's... Anyway.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
My whole life. and Jesus. Walking around, and Jesus.
And Jesus.
Motherfucker's got his shit everywhere. Jesus just puts his crosses all over the place. You think he'd be sick of it? But no, he's like, look what I did. Sorry. That's terrible.
Last announcement. This is not part of our announcements, but I just want to say this.
Sorry.
Thank you, everyone who participated in last week's questions. We have so many. We are still on the questions from last Sunday. That is why there was no announcement for questions this week, because we want to finish these. That meant the world to us. It makes I love interacting with all y'all, and answering your questions is so fun for us. It lets us make you part of the show. Thank you for submitting all these. We are almost done with all these, and we are almost done with the top 10s that were submitted 2 weeks ago. That we're almost through all of those. So today's show will have questions in top 10. So that being said, questions. That is time for them.
Boom, boom, boom.
Questions. Most of them from men.
Boom, boom. What?
Yeah, I'm looking at who submitted the questions.
Oh, my God.
All right. Our next question. Oh, no, we did that one yesterday.
Let me do something. Go ahead.
What do you bring? Okay. Our next question comes from Benny. Benny, thank you so much. Benny asks,
That's a little better.
what the hell is this bucket you left in my room and the cats won't leave it alone?
The fuck? Oh, no. What's in the bucket?
At Anthrocon, Sue and Benny threw a after party, and we went and accidentally left a T-shirt and a bucket of alkalized gay popcorn in their room.
Yes.
So what is in there is popcorn and gay. So that Benny, that's what's in the bucket. Please feel free to enjoy or give to your cats if you would like them to have a very interesting day. Oh, no, wrong order.
They can play with that gay popcorn all day and then discover themselves.
And then discover themselves.
They're
Yes.
like, this popcorn's making me feel, giving me questions about my life.
Coda, hi!
Hi, Coda.
How much does gay weigh? About 69 pounds.
Oh, my God.
What's in the bucket? We actually, who was it that gave us the bucket of gay-ass popcorn? Was that Two Plantains?
No, Two Plantains made the animation.
The song.
Sigma gave us
Sigma gave it to us, that's right.
which I believe their surgery is very soon, so congrats to them, I believe in a week or so.
A
Excited for
huge
them.
shout out to our friend Sigma, who's about to go through their transition ceremony, which is just all the doctors standing in a line in front of your vagina going, nice.
I realized I can't just say bottom surgery with everyone. Someone thought I meant I don't know, like a Brazilian butt lift or something like that, or making my. I didn't know this was a thing, like making my butthole bigger and stuff like that.
Crasher, thank
That's
you for
fun.
the follow. That's nice. What?
I just found out you have to be more specific about some things when you thought that was enough information.
God damn it.
Anyway, consecrated vagina.
Gosh, oh my God.
Wait,
No.
by the Catholic Church?
Oh my God. No, Sigma got us some gay popcorn. It was basically think of caramel corn, but made with
True.
sugary, fruity coating, all in different colors. It was insanely sugary. It was delicious.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I can't have this so often or I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
My dentist is going to kill me.
We started off like having a handful a day, and then it was sitting there so long that, as that kind of thing gets older, it gets a little stale. So at some point, you're just chewing on what we're assuming is just pure sugar and gluten. So, yeah, it was kind of amazing.
Made with gay extracts. Yes.
Made with gay X. Oh, hold on. We just got the notice. Status is at the airport. They did it. They made it back. And my friend sent me a message that they are not wearing underwear. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Not status, different person. Excellent. Our next question comes from, one second. Okay, so we kind of answered this one a little bit already, but we'll go into it. This one's from Gray Fox, and thank you so much. I started joining my friend crafting on his weekday streams lately. Do you have any advice for entertaining a stream audience? First off, chemistry between you and the other person streaming, being able to bounce off of each other.
Yes.
And the second is the exact opposite, which this is the craziest one. It took us forever to learn. There is a chat.
There is a chat.
There is a chat going on. Now, we both have a hard time going into one of our longer form ones. Like, you're worse at this than I am, and we've learned over the years. Being able to get your thought out and continue your thought while your partner does a quick shout out to a line in the chat.
Yeah.
Learning that the difference between interrupting your partner and pulling, learning the difference between throwing to your partner and stopping, and learning when your partner is acknowledging the chat and then stepping back. Hands down the hardest thing about two-person or more streaming is knowing that we're not interrupting, knowing when to throw, knowing that you're keeping, and knowing when your partner is keeping. Fucking difficult.
Yeah, a good way to do that is like saying the name first. That's so they know that you're at least interrupting with a quick acknowledgement of the chat.
Yep.
So like start with their names so they know you're not just interrupting.
Yes.
So like right away I know
Yeah.
you're like, so I'm like, oh Maggie, you know, and that way they know they can go right back to where they were going.
I'm waiting for Zanny to get to the end of a sentence. Thank you, da-da-da-da-da. The moment they hear that, they know just stay silent for a second, hold your thought, go back in, pretend like it didn't happen because you got to go. That's probably the hardest thing about streaming with a partner.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
And you know, a lot of that is just stuff you learn about, like knowing when they're still going, knowing when you're bouncing off each other. When are we playing ping pong? When are we playing support? When are we going to the chat? When are we... There's all sorts of social gameship that you just kind of learn from doing it enough, honestly.
Oh, and it is a learned thing. I am a little bit better with the heat today, Stuka. Today is more closer to the 70s out here. We have a fan on me, and well, I am wearing my new all black shirt that, I don't know. I don't know. All black. I put the pocket square in today.
It's very colorful.
Splash of color.
And you had mentioned it before. Yeah, obviously talk to your audience, but like at the same time, they're here to see you too. So you can't like it's a balancing act.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah, no, the best advice is remember you're performing with another person. That other person is there, and you got to work with them. And it takes a while, but you learn.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to our first ones. Definitely a lot rougher on the back and forth.
Absolutely. And then but then on top of everything, you have to remember to keep like a certain amount of relax so that you're still having a good time, that you're not overstressing, and that you're not completely locked into I must be so entertaining as possible, so that you're free enough to be yourself and react more authentically, so you're not just like, I'm just doing whatever I can to keep you.
Hey, Retro.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
Absolutely, and you're right.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's performance anxiety. Has more than one definition.
Yeah. And Seamus, there's one for you that I had to learn the hard way. Performing tipsy is fine. Performing drunk is horrible.
Oh, man. How many shows have we seen?
Everyone, time for 30-second stories. All right, everyone, time for 30-second story.
How many shows have done the joke where they show them just killing it on stage when they think they are, and then in reality they're just like, right?
Oh, I've
it
been
happens.
There. I've been there.
If you are far enough, you don't know, you know. Anyway.
Peter the Bear asks, are we going to have any videos posted from AC, mainly the Drag It Show panel? I have a feeling that's an old question. Did we ever post our Drag It Show panel from AC?
We might not have.
Oh, I know what that is.
Our recording went wrong.
That was the camera, right?
Yeah. I had the first 12 minutes. I'll have to talk to
Let's
Silver Gatamon.
grab that from Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. The AC recording, we have the audio, but not the visual. The camera died. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
That's on us. We screwed up. So sorry about that.
That'll be up
Anthrocon
soon.
show will come up. If you want to see it now, is it up on? Do we know? Did
It's
Silver
not. I
Gatamon
don't think.
post it yet?
I don't think they posted it yet.
We'll
I'll
get the
talk to
footage
them.
from Silver Gatamon. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah.
I lost it. Last question. Oh, I lost it a second time. Come on, Dan.
Drag Show is technically a podcast. Yeah. I mean, that's how we started.
Technically, I think we're still a podcast.
We're still a podcast.
We're just a visual podcast.
Pretty much.
You can kind of. I mean, the difference is we're responding to the audience.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, you could listen to this audio.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then another question about are we doing Furry Jury and any other cons? So Furry Jury behind the if you saw Furry Jury, you understand what's going on. That is a lot of memorizing for the people playing the roles of the defendants. For Chris the Comedy Bunny, for Kiba, the people who had to go up there for Sparf. For the people who had to go up there and have everything memorized, it is a daunting panel. So the answer to that for right now is no. Furry Jury is probably going to be an Anthrocon panel for now. That being said, if Boozy wants to bring it to another one, we will. It's a lot of work for a small handful of people, and that's a lot. They're giving up a lot of convention to memorize a lot of shit.
Oh, Dr. Q, you couldn't get in the room? Was it like full capacity?
Yeah, we packed the room.
Oh.
Hopefully next year we're getting secondary, if not main stage for Furry Jury.
Yeah.
And also, like we just said, the people who memorized, like Chris the Comedy Bunny went up there and killed it.
Mm-hmm.
They went up there after having only like half a day to memorize their shit. Next time, like this is good. We're gonna have. Oh man. Yeah, Cosmic, we saw you coming right at the end. Oh my god. And Cosmic, thank you again for showing up to the end of the Dragon Show. That was insanely nice of you.
Yes,
Loved
thank
seeing
you.
there.
Thank you so
Furry,
much.
Purry, Curry, Jury. Yes, that is where I just have a little bit of curry.
That's where we have a curry contest. Everyone makes their own curries, which is funny because we just before we went to the show yesterday, we went to a Thai
Coffee shop.
coffee shop. Oh my god! And you could smell the curry. It was amazing,
Dude.
And it was called chai, and then we got these chai teas, and they're the best chai teas we've ever fucking had in our lives. At least for me, it was up there.
Anytime I'm in a new place and I don't know what I'm ordering, I always ask for the same thing. You work here. What is your favorite drink? May I have one of those? And she gave me a chai with ginger and a little bit of a very heavy spice. And fuck me, I love ginger. God, it was one of the best chais I had. You had a what? What did they give you?
Spicy, because you know I love spicy.
Oh, yeah, they had one with an actual like kick to it. That was delicious. Status got eucalyptus. A eucalyptus iced chai tea. It was one of the most refreshing things I ever drank. Yeah, unfucking believable. Was so happy with that one. So
yeah,
I love Chicago.
I think mine was just more chai, and it was just so strong.
It was so good.
It was like very much ginger, like a ginger snap, very similar to
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes. Oh hell yeah! The pickled ginger is delicious. Yeah, ginger will always have a special place in my heart because when I worked in the not my job that I had, but before that, when I worked on the actual trading floor, when I was in the pit, Altoids had become a thing. So if you had Altoids and you opened it, everyone would like it was just how it worked. So everyone wanted an Altoid, which was fine. I was a fucking clerk. I made $440 a week in cash. That was my pay. It was wonderful, but, no, not a week. Jesus Christ, every 2 weeks. Maybe even, I don't remember how much I made when I was 18. It was not a lot of money, but it was $440 in cash every so often, probably a month. I couldn't afford to give everybody an Altoid. I wanted my Altoid, so I started buying ginger Altoids because no one fucking wanted them, and I got to have all my Altoids.
That's kind of
It was
amazing.
And then I had an empty case, and that's where all my joints went.
Yay! Happy ending.
Happy ending.
I had a cocktail that was gin-based ginger.
Ooh, Cosmic. That sounds amazing.
I I haven't drank much lately, but I really do enjoy like a well-crafted drink. And we were at a party recently, and someone was bartending, and they were just doing a wonderful job of showing drinks. I'm like, my God, this is amazing. You've bartended enough to know that really knowing your stuff can really.
And they were on a level so far above.
Oh yeah.
Oh, their drinks were perfectly crafted.
They were really good.
when you can give me a drink that's going to knock me on my ass,
I cannot taste it.
Well, see, that's the thing. I can mask a drink. You'll
Okay.
taste the sugar, the sweet. You'll taste everything I want you to, but it's annoyingly sweet. Or
Yeah.
Like
when the masking isn't just sugar.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the best.
It was a flavorful, multi-layered drink
Uh-huh.
that you couldn't taste the alcohol in, and it wasn't just sweet or sour. It was a drink. Fuck me.
I love
What a
that
great,
stuff.
yeah. No,
I could drink this all day. Drinks those are wonderful.
Seamus, Crown Royal was how everyone got their gold pouches from Nero. Everyone got their standard issue purple bag from the Crown. We all had Crown Royal bags. Oh my God, I loved that standard issue. Fuck yeah. Holy shit. Well, it is 1 o'clock. That means it is time. We got to quick go over to a huge thank you to those who do the, where the fuck is it? Rank This. At $5 level on our Patreon, you can join the Rank This crew, where whenever we finish our pile of Rank This, we ask for new ones. So this week's Rank This is, where are we?
Fox.
Where are we?
Right there.
Rank
This. There we go.
This week comes from AutoFox, the top 10 moments in convention planning. Now, I did this one on my own because Zanny, who has been a part of convention planning a lot, really hasn't been there for a ton of the behind-the-scenes stuff. So we're going to use my list, but Zanny's going to jump in. So I assume I see what you're doing here. Okay, this works.
Yeah, so you go to the top.
I totally get what you did.
Okay,
that
okay,
works.
okay.
That
Cool,
works.
cool.
Thank you for the heads
It's
up.
down the way. It's just, yep.
Right, we're going to go in order. Top 10 moments in convention planning. Again, thank you so much for AutoFox. Thank you for your subscription, my friend. If you want to join this, you could join our Patreon at the $5 level. Number 10, top 10 moments in convention planning. Race cars in the hotel.
I remember that.
Fuck me. Fuck me. Years ago, working for IFC, I had to get the insurance, and basically, I went to the insurance place that I've always done, told, someone leaving? Big Ben, have a wonderful night. I had told the insurance company, okay, here's what we are doing. We are going to have a Ferrari in the lobby of the hotel. I've worked with the same insurance company for all the conventions that I get insurance for. They're very used to working with me, which means they're used to the insanity. I don't know if I said something or if they just assumed, but I got back the insurance. It was ridiculous how expensive it was. And as I go through it, trying to figure out what's going on, I noticed the clause they put in for the race cars, and it did involve racing cars in a hotel, not race car in a hotel. So yeah, I had found out that to get insured for driving cars down a hallway of a hotel is only a few $1,000s. So
fucking crazy.
it is. It is. Insurance is nuts.
One of those questions you never thought you'd have to think of, honestly.
Genuinely, no. I never thought that would be misunderstood. My apologies. I will be right back.
Go ahead.
You're going to have to talk for a little bit.
Oh, no. A little bit of bathroom emergency? Okay, good luck.
Dealing with yesterday.
I understand.
Be right back.
Hello, everyone. We're just going to interact with chat and just yap a bit as we get to the convention planning. Yeah, I never got into convention planning too much. It's funny. It's one of those things I was like, I'm never going to be on staff. I have enough to do. That was kind of my idea. And then Alkali decided he's going to run a convention. It's like, well, here we fucking go. So ever since then, I announced I was the first lady of Fur Squared at the first meeting. That was a little bit of, that was in whenever our first year was, that was a bit of foreshadowing. And I just kind of helped out on that. And I've kind of always, yes, I've just kind of always helped out on the sidelines for First Square to make sure things run properly. And I do the Saturday morning cartoons, which if you're ever looking for stuff to watch in the background, I am recovering very well. Thank you, Stuka. Stuka, if that's how you pronounce your name. Yeah, I'm recovering quite well. I am doing my stretching 3 times a day. Sometimes 2 if it's really it's hard. But honestly, 2 has been fine. I haven't noticed any difference in the resistance I have to go through. But yeah, it's all going very well. So, working on your own convention rewarding? Hell yeah, because like. I was stoned out of my mind, and it was like the 3 or 4th First Squared, and I just looked around. I was very high on edibles, and I looked over to Chris the Comedy Bunny, and I said, yeah, this is really cool looking around and feeling we did all this. It's not lucrative, but it's really cool. And she just fucking died. Because it said it's not lucrative. Because it's not for profit, and we're all here for people to have a good time. But it is super cool, just to see everyone like. My brain was like, I still have to make a living, shit. And like it was one of those things you could do when you had the day job and you have enough time to, and that's why I love y'all on staff and everyone who sacrifices their time to see the community come together. And obviously there's other perks to being staff and all that kind of stuff, but it really is just being able to look around and see that you did this or you are a part of this, and that is extremely rewarding. You're fine, hon. No, that's okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. Oh, very sorry about that, everyone. That was very, very unprofessional of me. I am back.
You have body functions that happen. It's okay.
Yeah, I am changing my diet, and I'm trying to cut out the richer foods that I love, which is a good thing. But that also means that when I go back to them, like when a guest is over and I make a giant thing of chicken riggies and a gigantic chocolate decadence cake, and then finish off I destroyed myself yesterday.
Yeah.
Wild card. Shut up. All right. Number 9 for top 10 moments in convention planning. After party with hotel. You were there for this. This was recently.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Cosmic, unfortunately, that's what just happened. Yeah, my stomach does not like me sometimes.
I'm sorry.
The short version of this is I kind of did something stupid years and years ago. I realized that if I get too drunk, and this is, by the way, this is wrong. This does not actually work. If I get too drunk at a convention, I would just go and get rid of the alcohol. And that made me very susceptible to if my body feels something off, it's just like, oh, puke. That helps. By the way, that is absolutely wrong. That is not how you get rid of alcohol. That's how you give yourself fucking alcohol poisoning. Do not get overly drunk. And then, this is just a public service announcement in the middle of all this because I'm very angry at myself for doing this. If you are drunk and you vomit, you are doing the same thing as shoving a bottle of vodka up your ass. Your esophagus absorbs alcohol the same way that your anal cavity does. You are putting it into your system faster. If you are drunk to the point where you need help, do not vomit.
Yeah.
You will get yourself drunker. It is really bad and can really damage you. Fucking don't do that. So yeah, I'm very apologetic. Sorry, everyone. I know that's disgusting. That's way TMI. My apologies. After party with the hotel. So yeah, First Squared. We have a new hotel liaison, and she is fucking amazing. We love her. And after Saturday night of the convention, they came and partied with us at our party because First Square does their party Saturday night because too many people leave on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Well, they came in and played Slap Cup with us for the first time. And they were good, but we're all kind of pros, so everyone drank a lot. and they fucking loved it and just screamed. They were super into it. One of us. Genuinely a great time as the walls broke down and somebody we were working with who was obviously very into our group and very into our community got to experience that community for a while. Wonderful. You were there for that. You saw the joy that they had having fun with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was great. The thing about Slap Cup is once you lose once, you got to be really careful because you can get totally like. If you're not careful, you got to get that thing in there because you could easily drink 4 to 5 in a row.
In a row, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why, for the most part, when we play, we don't put our major players next to people who are going to take, who take a few hits. We play expert mode in my backyard. I have a contoured table. It's actually I have 2 of them. This one here, it's kind of bubbly on top, so as you're playing, the ball goes random every once in a while. We call that hard mode.
It is hard mode.
It's very fun.
You have to bounce it lower on this one because you don't know if it's going to go boo.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you have to be very precise. So, yeah, after party with the hotel. That was something that'll stay with me forever. Number 9. Number 8 in top 10 moments in convention planning. That room doesn't exist. Zan got to see the look on my face as we showed up to First Squared and found out that one of our panel rooms was converted into a second workout room. They never noticed it just didn't exist anymore. Moreland 5 was gone. They were so apologetic. They immediately worked with us to rectify it, but we had already dealt with a panel room no longer being available, so it just didn't click to anyone. It's like, oh, there's another one we have to deal with. So yeah, showing up to a convention and not having a room was fucking hysterical.
Oh my God. That's so bad.
It was. But on the other hand, again, this is moments in convention planning. To walk in and have an immediate, hey, all the planning you did, it's wrong. We need to fix it right now. Like, you're literally dealing with, we need to create a puzzle piece that's going to fit into this puzzle because we just lost one.
Yeah.
And it happened. Everyone worked together. So in the moment, horrifying. In the moment of planning, exhilarating because you are on a time crunch to solve your convention, which is happening now. And at this point, one of my favorite stories. Like, having everyone get together and make it happen, awesome. Awesome. Everything I knew was wrong. Black is white, up and down, and short is long.
I knew that song.
I love that song so much.
Was that done there?
No, he did not do Everything You Know Is Wrong. I wish he did. It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's similar with My Own Eyes. I think he did that one.
He did do, yes. He did do that one.
That's what was going through my head. Oh, Weird Al, so good.
All right. Number 7 in top 10 moments in convention planning. The team building / staff outing. First Squared, IFC, a few cons. We gather to plan conventions in person. It's just better. Like, Zan's been to a few of the in-person planning meetings. You really, really have a lot of fun at those.
Yep.
And the team building for First Squared especially is something that we came up with. We didn't come up with it. This is a normal thing. To plan out the theme for the next year, we just take a few hours and everyone gets to present their idea no matter how stupid. Because no matter how stupid an idea is, that idea might give somebody else an idea. And we just set aside time that everybody gets to do improv, that we just go up there and pitch ideas to each other. It's like being in the writing room. It's something that I got to enjoy on a semi-professional level. I've been in a few writing rooms. They weren't writing rooms, but it was idea brainstorming, and nothing is more entertaining to me. I love that kind of shit. So to bring that to the convention scene for planning, the staff outing party where you're just together with people who know each other because of the convention, it's the same reason I tell you to go to panels that you're into. The people at that panel be into something you're into. The staff at the convention you're staffing at are into the convention you're staffing at. Immediately, you have something that you have in common, and it's fun. Staff is worth it.
Absolutely.
Joining staff is worth it.
Yeah, you get lots of cool experiences. you otherwise wouldn't have.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. And you're the first lady of First Square.
I mentioned that story. Yeah, how I said that at the first one. And it was kind of a foreshadowing, so.
Oh, Quexum, I deal with the insurance. That's my job. Don't worry about it. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy once you've done it 100 times.
I was also on dragatshow.com. You'll see a little thing that says videos that we can't host. And that's where you'll find a lot of the Saturday morning cartoons that I make compilations of. It's great background material if you're sitting around and getting high, and that's all I'll say.
Yes, it is the best to sit around and getting high.
And they're just cartoons I find from all around the internet, and it's just some old stuff you'll recognize.
I love Saturday morning cartoons. I can't wait for your next one. Every year you outdo yourself. It's always fun.
I can't remember if I've uploaded the latest one. I should really make sure.
Oh, we'll make that happen.
Yeah. Anyway.
Top 10 moments in convention planning. Number 6. Infinite Loop Fursuit Parade.
Oh, no.
IFC or MCFC? I can't remember which one did it. But the Fursuit Parade ended in the same room it started, and the guest of honor got back in line, and people followed. We had an infinite loop fursuiting parade, and it went until one of the staffers noticed that the same fursuiter walked back. And once they pointed that out, everyone started to notice, and we put a stop to it. Fucking infinite loop fursuit parade.
Oh, man.
It was a comedian performing to a comedian. Mm-hmm. They played a joke on the staff. It was a very, very. It was cute. When we told it to stop, it stopped. Yep. You played a joke on the staff. It was amazing. Never do that again. Fucking funny when it happened.
Holy shit.
Yeah. No, my God. I think it was MCFC Briggs. Yeah.
He's like, am I having deja vu? What the fuck?
Nisbet, it happened at IFC. No, I'm sorry. It was threatened to happen at IFC. I don't think IFC did it because I can kind of remember the room, and that room was an MCFC room. Oh, my God. Yeah, the Infinite Loop Fursuit Parade. That was fucking hysterical. Although really not as hysterical when we realized that our count was then wrong. So we had to send somebody. It was okay. We had a full video, so somebody counted all the way until the guest of honor showed back up.
Okay.
So we got the number, but yeah, knowing that the clicker was wrong, that's the only thing about it. I was like, hey guys, that's a thing we have to do.
Yeah.
Did strobes go through twice? Nice. Top 10 moments in convention planning. Number 5. The no fursuits in the lobby / the peaceful protest at IFC. Oh, what an amazing moment in fursuit. Just holding it in. IFC, Nisbet, I do not remember what year that was. IFC got a message from the hotel stating that, hey, the fursuits in the lobby are causing a major distraction to the other groups. They're too big of crowd. They're blocking the way. We are making an executive decision. No fursuits in the lobby. So 2 things happened. Number 1, every convention that I work with, that I talk to, got a message with the exact wording on the new clause that goes into your fucking contract. Turns out then we did a new one the next year because Kage had already had that clause in the Anthrocon contract, and theirs was better worded. So then we took that one. But yeah, most conventions now have a clause saying we are allowed to wear fursuits where we fucking want.
Nice.
You don't want us to wear it there? You need to tell us before the con, a.k.a. the bar. You don't want us to have fursuits in the bar because you're worried about ID? You have a legitimate concern. Fine. You're going to tell us we can't wear fursuits in your lobby? Fuck you.
Off. Yeah.
Well, the hotel had every right. It wasn't in the clause. They said no fursuits in the lobby. I get word while sitting in operations, there is a meeting of fursuiters that have taken over an empty panel room to discuss what to do. I am horrified. You know what they discussed what to do? The hotel had said no fursuits in the lobby until 6 p.m. The fursuiters, en masse, waited at the top of the escalators So fucking loud. Now, these escalators were open floor plan going down into the lobby. So loud that the lobby was so much more of a distraction than it had been back. Now the lobby's empty. No one wants to be there because the fursuiters have all been hanging out for hours at the top of the escalator screaming.
That's amazing.
5 o'clock hit. There was alarms that went off on cell phones. They rode the escalators and invaded the lobby. Out of control, but 100% okay. No damage. They followed the rules.
Awesome.
Way to peacefully protest, everyone. And most importantly, the convention did not organize it. That was very important.
That was well done. That's very well done.
Oh, no. I was so proud of them. That was a peaceful protest done right. Well done, everyone.
It's hard. Yeah.
Up one.
Yeah.
Top 10 moments in convention planning. We're on the top 4 now. Number 4. Every team brainstorm. Yeah. That's the same. The team building and staff outing. I have a feeling when I made that one, I had a story for it.
You didn't mention First Square specifically.
Yeah. I know I had a story for that one when I came up with it, but this was weeks ago that I made this list, and I don't remember it.
Dope.
Yeah, I forgot this one. I know that there's a moment in the First Square. It's definitely our planning for... Oh, it's fur.
Is it fur?
It was fur. Number 4, top 10 moments in convention planning years ago. Like, when I say that we do these things, it's like, hey, here's my idea, da-da-da-da-da, and we kind of, like, play with it. Fur came in with a goddamn PowerPoint presentation on a theme for First Squared, and I kind of just realized we can't talk about it because I think the theme is happening now.
Okay,
I think it's going to happen, so...
Right.
No, it is not the story about the secret math beer panel, Pong. That was just awesome.
Did he make a presentation? Is that what you're talking
Fur
about?
made the full presentation at First Squared.
Yeah.
That I made a mistake, and immediately when they were done, like, that's our theme, and everyone, they're like, Alkali, you can't just declare a theme. We're a democracy. And I'm like, I'm a sociopath. That's our theme.
Yes.
But I'm gonna pass on the story. Because I think it's the theme. I think they're using it now, so I'm going to pass on that one. Okay. So, but yeah, every brainstorm session. Again, we get to furs being creative with furs. Furs being creative with furs. That's why number 4 is. That's why it's number 4. Mm-hmm. It's time for the top 3. Top 3 moments in convention planning, according to Alkali. AC no longer has a hotel. That is one of the greatest fucking moments. Kage getting a call from a fur that they knew, but not like a friend. Kage, what are you going to do now that you don't have a hotel? And Kage just like, I'm at work. You made my phone ring. I'm at work, and hangs up. And then gets a few text messages like, oh my God, Kage, what's going on? Well, they got on to IRC, Furry IRC at the time, and their screen goes crazy, like, oh, okay. So they called their hotel. It's like, hey, I'm getting some pretty weird shit going on. Like, yeah, we're a parking lot in a few weeks. So, yeah, we don't have a hotel for you. Kage went, wait a minute, what do you mean you don't have a hotel? You have to have a hotel. And the guy went, well, we have one in New York. Kage goes, that doesn't work. Goes, well, then that's it. We got nothing. There's nothing in our contract that says we have to provide you with a hotel. And Kage went, I have a convention in a month. Do you have any idea what a predicament I'm in? And the guy went, I'm losing my job in a week. Do you have any idea what a predicament I'm in? Kage figured it all out. They had Anthrocon that year. And from that moment on, there is yet another clause that is in almost every furry contract. You will provide us with a hotel. You will provide us with the aforementioned convention space. And if you don't, you will find us a replacement with these things in mind. That's a clause in almost every single furry convention contract now because of that moment.
Wow.
Yeah, you will give us a venue. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's one of my all-time favorites. And again, just shows you the pure panic when it starts, but that is why Kage is the man that they are. That is why they run Anthrocon. It happened. Anthrocon happened. Losing a hotel a venue months out. Sheer madness.
Man.
Sheer madness. Oh, Sue, I can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine what behind the scenes that was. I've heard the stories. I will never truly understand what that must have been like.
It's crazy.
Number 2, top 10 moments in convention planning. How the hell do we deal with COVID? Seriously, what the fuck do you do? First Squared was the luckiest convention ever. We knew what COVID was when First Squared 2019 happened. We knew what it was. But at that time, people were talking about like, hey, did you guys hear about this COVID thing? That's wild. We were 3 weeks before the first shutdown. No one knew. No one knew. What do? We didn't have to we had a year to figure it out. What the fuck did the conventions that were happening in 3 months do?
Yeah.
Conventions shut down. Conventions closed forever. And other conventions went online. Never forget AC no longer has a hotel. Okay, they have to fix a major aspect of their convention. You are no longer allowed to hold a live convention. That's why what do you do with COVID beats out AC no longer has a hotel. You have to redo what a fur convention is.
Oh, man.
You are now an online. You want to do something? You're online. You're coming back now with COVID still on. How do you deal with the masks? How do you deal with large groups of people?
Oh, so many hotels.
We figured it out. Mm-hmm. It happened. Furry's not gone. A community that relies on live events and togetherness still exists after 2 years of being forced to be apart. Mm-hmm. Tell me that's not magic. The furry community and the organizers stepped up and did something that should not have been possible. As a community, we stepped up and became a fully online community for a year and a mostly online. We have the biggest furry convention now is an online convention. 15,000 people showed up for a convention that started because of COVID. Mm-hmm. What the hell do we do with COVID? We deal with it because we are fucking furries. Mm-hmm. So yeah, number two, what the hell do we do with COVID? So this is fun. I don't remember what my number 1 was.
We'll find out.
Here we go. The number 1 moment, according to Alkali, in top 10 moments of convention planning. Number 1 moment.
The first squared potato.
The fucking first squared potato. Oh, God. Were you there at that meeting? You had to be.
I might have been. Was it a team meet? It was a main team meeting?
It was a big team meeting that got totally derailed.
I don't know if I was there then, maybe. Go ahead.
The first squared potato is a moment for all of us. I just realized.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'll have to fix that later. Sorry,
Okay.
I always forget.
First Squared Potato came about because we were having a brainstorming meeting for First Squared. It was this was not the one where we're coming up with themes. This was the second meeting. Now the interactive part of the meeting when it's just not me and Dragger yelling. It's where we plan your swag. How do we make the convention better? What activities are we going to do that no one does? The game that we're going to do at the con. All of this is one big, beautiful meeting where we all sit down. Half the meeting is us talking, and half the meeting is planning. And somebody, I wish I could remember too, it was maybe it was Drago or Kataze. All of them say, maybe it was fucking Axel and Toshu. Uh-huh. But somebody found out, did you know you can just put a stamp on a potato and send it through the U.S. mail system? And we all said no. And then we looked it up. First Squared, years ago, had to schedule an emergency meeting because the First Squared potato derailed an entire convention. Because when you put a bunch of people together who are improvisers, who are organizers, storytellers, who are there to make a convention better, and you give them a golden moment such as, we can just mail people potatoes, the meeting ended. All we could talk about was sheer madness, what we wanted to send through the U.S. Postal Service to remind everybody that Fur Squared existed.
Yes.
And the first squared potato was born that day, and we have always said 1 year we're going to bite the bullet and figure out how to get a stamp to stick to a potato so we can send it through the mail. Because business cards, great. If you get a fucking potato with the first squared logo and a stamp on it and nothing, and that shows up in your mailbox, you're going to first squared. That's the end of it. Mm-hmm. And could you imagine how many fries would be at that con?
God damn it.
As I said, my comedy style is not there to amuse any of you. I do comedy for myself. And to me, that was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. A group of people whose goal was to make a convention better for the attendees, getting so into an idea that it derailed everything into the sheer madness of, wouldn't it be great if we sent every attendee a potato? And that was it.
Yes.
To me, that was the magic of furry. I will never forget that moment. It was beautiful. I love the first squared potato.
It's a classic. I do remember the potato, like that being passed around. So maybe I missed the birth of it, but I do remember the aftermath of like seeing it a lot.
Oh, fucking that. See, All Hail Kale was not in the planning. That just happened.
Yes. Okay. I need to go to little Kobold's room real quick. I'll be right back.
And when you come back, you need to talk more because the segment became like just my segment. Yeah, we knew this was going to happen, but I still feel bad. Love you, baby. Love you too. All right. Thank you all for being here. We have a half hour left to this show. When Zanny gets back, you know what? No, we're going to start it now because this is another kind of like my segment. Shout outs! All right. If you are part of our Patreon and you are, nope, wrong one. Sorry. If you're part of our Patreon at the $3 level, you could be part of the Shout Out crew. How does that work, you ask? Well, you didn't ask it, but I'm going to answer anyway. Every person at the $3 level above gets a piece of paper. We keep those pieces of paper until we use every single one of them, put them into a cup, and pick 3 people every Sunday to be part of the Shout Out crew. This week, our shout out first one goes to Sasha Whitefur. A huge shout out to Sasha Zeisher. Sasha Zeisher, you're and that's why I need a Volkscore. Oh boy, I slept last night. Shut up. Sasha Whitefur, thank you so much for being a part of our Patreon. Sasha Whitefur has been around for so long in the Dragon Show chat that our comedy has destroyed their mind so much, has damaged them so much that their fur turned white. They used to be Sasha Silver Fur, and then as it aged, it was Sasha Humble Fur, and now Sasha White Fur, and soon will be Sasha No Fur, due to extravagance. Because when you're a part of the Dragon Show, we know that we are so decadent, so devilishly decadent. Basically, you get gout for your fur. Yep. Your fur is going to fall out. We are the alopecia of comedy. Enjoy being bald. It's like nudity, but weirder. Our next shout out. Oh my God, what is wrong with me today? Our next shout out goes to Eddie the Weather Fox. Oh, Eddie, thank you so much. Eddie, the reason that most of the furries are bald, because they learned that we like being metrosexual, apparently. I'm making shit up. I don't know what we enjoy. And they thought, well, why does everyone need to shave their bodies? I'm a weather fox. Electrolysis. They just started shooting furries with lightning like a gay Thor. Pew, pew, pew. Zanny. You can't tell me that instead of having to deal with how many times did you... What? Ass. How many times did you have to go and do electrolysis on your junk? Sit there while they used a tiny laser to shock you into losing all that hair growth down there. That was a lot of times, right?
It was a lot of times.
You should have just talked to Eddie the Weather Fox.
Why?
They're gay Thor now. Lightning bolt. Zzz, you're out of hair. Nailed it.
Here's the worst part. I didn't even have to do electrolysis, even though I did it twice, 3 times for an hour plus. Excruciating pain. My doctor did not tell me that the better way to do it now, it's a lot better. It depends on the skin tone, blah, blah, blah. There are certain factors, but for the most part, laser is better. It's faster. You're over in like a minute. It's like tick, tick, tick. It hurts a bit, but it's like little stings and it's over. This was an hour of excruciating pain, and I don't wish that on anyone. So that is electrolysis. But I went through the laser 9 times.
Oh, my God.
So
I loved you came home. It's like, it feels like I've been stung by bees in my balls for days. Like, okay.
it does feel like your taint gets zapped by a bee. And it is not fun. It is the least fun part. That and the base of the pillar, if you will.
All I know is
that is no fun.
Right now, Kage is in Brazil at Brazil Fur Fest. And I am aware that I have been voluntold that if it will raise money for charity, the option has been given to the members of Brazil Fur Fest that if they make a certain amount of money for charity, apparently I'm getting a Brazilian wax with Kage at some point. I don't. I hope it doesn't happen.
Sadists, no. I am a bit masochistic. I am, and this shit I would not wish on anyone. but if it's like over right away, it's not too bad. So Anyway,
laser cannot advertise as being permanent.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's funny because, yeah. There's all sorts of weird stuff like that. To where, yeah.
Badger, I do not hate charity. I will still do it. I will absolutely get a. So here's the worst part. I don't mind getting the Brazilian wax at all. That'll be an interesting experience. I mind that I would have to be nearly nude on camera. No, man. Man, I've been in theater for years. Getting nude with the fellow performers backstage to do a costume change was hard enough for me. The idea of, oh, God. Our final shout out goes to Briggs Buckingham. Briggs, a fan of one of the original Dragon Show fans, has been around for years.
Yes.
Briggs, thank you so much for everything that you've ever done. Briggs loves Eddie the Weather Fox because they control the weather for baseball games and NASCAR games, which Briggs wants the perfect weather for. Because if they don't, then Briggs will have to be the one going down onto the field, helping out those race cars. They swerve off the course using their many years of physics and their knowledge of NASCAR to use their body to put those cars back on course. It's amazing. It's the most phenomenal thing you've ever seen. Just furries standing on racetracks redirecting cars. It's like the deadliest crossing guard.
Oh my God, please, I want it. I want to see a pit crew of just all fursuiters. It'd be the worst pit crew ever, but it'd be adorable.
Cobalt pit crew.
Oh, Cobalt pit crew!
Lost your tires! What? Lost the tires!
We are your tires now.
We are... You pull into the pit crew, you look out the front of your car, and all 4 tires just keep going, and the Cobalts go...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Your car is just Cobalts now. Sorry.
All right, hold on. What would it take for Furry to have a NASCAR? Because Briggs needs to be... I think Briggs is our driver. Briggs knows NASCAR. We got... Oh, no. Briggs and Rabbit. Rabbit from IFC. Oh, my God. Jake Bunny, dear God. Sorry, Jake. I can remember your name for a moment. Jake Bunny and Briggs are 2 drivers. So they're going to work together. They're going to drive the car. Mm-hmm. All the Cobalts are the pit crew. They don't meet. We'll have them go. To be proper Cobalts, they need to go in blind. So we're going to just let them show up, not tell them how to help, and then just let them help. I think it'll either blow up the car or be nitro boost. Thank you so much for the follow, Monster. You're
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah, I see that being all or nothing, sure. And it a 50-50 chance every time.
50-50 chance every time. It's like rolling the dice every time you pull into the pit crew.
Yeah.
Boom. Hey, did you guys change your tires? No, put dynamite in your gas tank. Zoom.
That's about right. Oh, my
Nisbet,
God.
that's how Cobalt Artificers are. That's how Cobalts are.
They are.
Hey, thank you to all of our shout-outers. And Zanny, guess what?
What?
We did it.
Yay!
All the segments. We got to all the segments.
And I came back with something I need to defend. This is solid gold, motherfucker. This is the habanero salsa I stocked up on. And you should buy this shit if you ever see it with a little sticker on it. And this is not... If this company... Casa Martinez is seeing this, please sponsor us. I will eat your salsa on stream.
They're asking what brand is
Yeah,
this?
Casa Martinez gourmet habanero salsa, and it flies off the fucking shelves. And I got a bunch.
It
And I
is-
was so mad because
it
we are on
is
a budget.
Too spicy for me, and I will say this right now, the taste is amazing. It is one of the best salsas I've had. It's just too much of a burn for me.
No, I get that.
It's really good. It is a fucking delicious salsa.
I love the habanero taste too.
Oh, I know you do.
Yeah. There was a place called Habanero in Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and they basically just put habanero on all of it. I'm just like eating like I'm going to die. And I'm just like that'll be my lunch.
I love when we go to Fry the Coop, where there's a chicken sandwich place by us that doesn't hate the gays, and they have different levels of hot. Like, I can't even get their hot. It's too spicy for me. They go like 4 levels above that. And Zan, did you try the highest one? Have you ever done their, like, you will shit fire for a week sandwich?
I have not.
Okay, so Zan did the second highest then, and they stopped. Like, the people behind the cash register looked at their skin tone and went, "Are you sure?"
Well, the fun thing they do. They check if you do hot. They're like, "Are you sure? Have you had this before? This is seasoned with ghost pepper now." And
Yeah.
They give you the whole warning, and I don't think I have done the super duper dupers. I should sometime. Maybe on stream. Oh, what's up?
Quexum.
Whoa!
I have so many questions for you right now.
Yeah.
Number 1, I did not know you grew hot peppers. That's amazing. Number 2, Wapafa 2020 was virtual. I'm assuming that's what you mean. And 3, will you be at Wapafa? Because, well, status was over. We think we figured out. And Sue and Benny, if you're still on the chat, we need to talk. I think we figured out Wapafa, so I think we're going.
Cool.
I apparently didn't go deep enough into their website. They have a hotel, and I checked that one. That was full. I guess there's more hotels on their website. I must have missed it. So as long as I can get a room.
Oh, Dr. Q's staff.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fantastical.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on. I did not notice the second hotel. I thought you guys were down to like just suites, and I can't justify getting a suite for a con that we're going to go to just for fun. So yeah.
Alkali's been I have new earrings, and Alkali's a little frustrated with me because I could keep missing earrings out of nowhere.
You keep losing earrings on days that I'm cleaning, so I'm telling you now they're gone.
Yeah, I know that, but they're cheap anyway. It's not like they were like super expensive.
Oh, we will take it. Thank you for the heads up, Quexum. We will take care of it then, like in the next day or two. And if we miss out, we miss out. We'll be there next year.
Yeah.
But I've been once. It was such a fun con. I want to take a few of our friends to experience it. Sue and Benny, you have never been, or have you? But I would love to take Sue and Benny for 2 days of light drinking. Oh, always sponsor to yes, you must sponsor to really experience Wapafa. Oh, so excited, Sue. This is gonna be so fun. Coda. I'll let you know once we have our plan set. I'll definitely let you know. All right, everyone. We have 20 minutes left to the stream, and we need... Zanny, you got to talk for a while. I did like 2 segments that were all mine.
I'm trying to think.
I will set back up our stream. There we
Cobalt
go.
talk.
Cobalt talk!
This is a salsa hour.
Okay, so I have to be...
What?
You drive a shuttle. Quexum, how are we going to drink if you're driving a shuttle? It's really weird to do the kobold voices with you.
Okay.
Because these are my goblin voices from
Ah!
Nero. So, yeah, every once in a while you do it, and I think your kobold voice is the cutest.
Oh, you really do? You like
You have no idea how
you
much
like my local voice?
I love the little kobold voice. But when I do it, all I can think of is this is the voice I use to kill people when I wanted to make fun of them.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that means you're dying to a tiny creature played by a 6'8" psychopath. So yeah, it was always fun to do the when they would put me out as a guy. The best goblin, and I'm stalling, by the way. You need to think of something to talk about while I'm telling this story.
Okay.
The best goblin in Nero history was John the Human, because we were sitting in Monster Camp, which was a giant double-wide trailer with all of our gear. We had a permanent campsite, so we got to keep it there year-round. And I had just run something for like half the town. Another plot member ran something for the other half, but both of them were these massive, over-the-top mods, so we were both exhausted. We were like, we need to do something to entertain the town for half an hour to let everyone have a break that a few people can just go do. John went into the Monster Marshal room. It's where we keep our better props. And came out covered head to toe in tinfoil, wearing the goblin accoutrement, but covered in tinfoil and tape. And Nate is behind them with the rest of the tinfoil. And John went out into town as a character from Goblins. Life is Goblins. I can't remember the name of the comic. But Senior Vorpal Kickasso went into town as the greatest goblin who ever lived with with fucking aluminum foil and tape covering their body, and Nate behind them. There's an ability at Nero called Rapid Refit. You wear armor. It takes 1 minute kneeling down to refit that armor. Basically, it's 20 hit points that as a warrior you can get back. There's an ability called Rapid Refit, and it's another person go Rapid Refit 1, Rapid Refit 2, Rapid Refit 3. Your armor is refit, you're at full armor. Nate had infinite rapid refits as long as they applied tinfoil. So there would be a fight, and Nate would start wrapping tinfoil around John. 1, 2, 3, and then John would fight and run back. 1, 2. John was a ball of tinfoil by the end of the encounter. Came back to NPC camp, told us this story. We're all dying, and then John takes off the tinfoil and cries. Had so many micro cuts all over their body from the fucking tinfoil. They were miserable the rest of the weekend because anytime they sweat, their whole body burned.
Oh,
but even to this day, we look back. It sucked. It sucked ass. And we've all been hurt playing Nero. To this day, we always agree it sucked ass. Worth the story. Even John says worth the story. But yeah, Senior Vorpal never was done again. Never used tinfoil as armor.
Oh, man, I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Quackstuff, you have no idea. We have a spray for sealing makeup. It's just an alcohol spray. It dries very quickly, and it seals off your makeup. So, of course, because I'm a dick, and me and John are cruel to each other, John said something to me that was mean. And I gave John the point because that's what happens. Then I pulled out the spray and just got him right on the shoulder, and they just screamed. So I got revenge.
I thought of something I could talk about.
Excellent.
So I was wasting some time with Status, and we were trying to think of something to put on the TV and to just kind of have as background bullshit as we were talking and stuff. And he mentioned how he'd been watching some game shows and stuff, and I realized I hadn't watched so many in so long. Like I don't know if it's on daytime TV or what now anymore. It's like there's a game show network.
Yeah, I love Game Show Network.
They have some but the best part was when I was looking up some of these old ones too, especially from the 80s, the time warp of everything was insane. For one, Alex Trebek was hosting something other than Jeopardy, and he had this bitching cardigan, and he was 80s out, looking like he was about to go on the town. So it was hip dating Alex.
That's amazing.
It was so cool.
That's so great.
And he was just like, "Hey, everybody, I was going." Not quite. He was still Alex Trebek,
Right.
But he just had a bitchin' cardigan. Anyway,
I love old game shows.
that is so great. It was like, we watched I didn't know what All-Star Blitz was, and that was actually pretty fun because it was a little bit like Hollywood Squares, where you ask a celebrity a
Classic
question.
concentration, Quixum.
Classic concentration, yes. Classic concentration. And but we watched All-Star Blitz, where you ask the question to a celebrity, they give a funny joke answer, and then they give the real one. And you have to agree or not to unlock the thing. Very much like Hollywood Squares in that way. And it worked. What didn't work, I think Hollywood Squares works a little better just because you X and O like right away, rather than get a spot to unlock a segment. I don't know if you ever saw.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one that was so painful. Right after that, we watched something else. It was a game show where kids played arcade games, and they were like 8th graders, and this did not work. I can't remember what it was called. It was something arcade.
Nick
And
Arcade?
Not Nick Arcade, but the poor kids were just like, "Hey kids, what do you like?" "I like football." "Okay, and how about you, Jimmy?" I like hockey." "Okay."
Oh, no.
Poor host.
Oh.
Starcade. Thank you, Dr. Q.
Holy
it was
shit.
Starcade.
I love you guys. You always know what we're talking about. Thank you.
Yeah, they go to the podium. They answer one awkward question of like what weapon you can use right away in Burger
Table
Time.
guy, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. But then they get to decide the first game, which no one has played. And no one, the audience, the people watching aren't familiar with it. These weren't even arcade games I knew. It was like they were trying to kind of advertise arcades, so you didn't really know anything that's happening. Hey, how's it going, Monster?
Monster, welcome to the chat, my friend.
But to watch something that didn't work. Right?
Unfortunately,
I felt so bad for the host. I don't know.
I'm not going to go into it.
Okay.
But there was a panel idea years ago.
Yes. Oh,
that I
that's
couldn't host. I
Okay.
had to be part of the panel for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so overwhelming that the host became overwhelmed. And I felt so bad. It was a shit show.
That sucks.
There were so many moving pieces. It was nearly impossible. Yeah, I've seen one where it just fails and it hurts. It hurts.
Now, I did like Nick Arcade. That was fun. I always wanted to be on that with the big green screen.
I can't imagine if we went back now that we'd still be impressed by it.
Well, I don't think they could even see. I think they had to go look up on the screen.
They're
to see
looking
where
at a
they are.
monitor.
Yeah,
They are definitely looking at a monitor.
With a
You
giant
can see it
green
in their
screen?
eyes.
Yeah.
Their eyes are laser focused on one area. So they are looking at a monitor to see, because they're standing in front of a green screen. Correct. Yes.
Well, Dr. Q, I'm glad that he was into it. Like, otherwise, I felt so bad for him. It just seemed like, yeah.
That's really a shame, Coxum. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway.
Oh, Sasha, I hear you.
Just
Anytime. Yeah.
The time warp though, the shoulder pads. I love watching the 80s again.
Yeah.
Like, and they had the 80s commercials in there too.
Oh, you got to see the old commercials?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And like, what the what?
Hey, Zanny.
Huh?
That old car is worth money.
We saw a commercial for all these poor waitresses who had a headache during work, and they took Anacin, which I don't think even exists anymore.
Anacin?
Exactly. And there was a graph showing how much better, how shit Tylenol was, and Anacin was so much better. Like, oh, well, the graph says, what happened? Yeah, you remember Anacin.
I don't remember Anacin.
I didn't remember it either.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny to see, like, half the commercials, we still have the stuff around, but a lot of them are just gone.
What was Emo Phillips' line? When I came into existence, my first show was with... And then he listed all these amazing things from the 80s that are gone. Who would have thought? Emo Phillips. Like,
Yeah.
No, fuck me. Like, yeah, you never know what's going to stick around.
That was so cool. Seen a game show called Catchphrase. I have not seen that.
I have seen Catchphrase. I'm a huge gaming game. Me and Iggy are very similar, which earlier in the chat somebody says they want to see me and Iggy play Arkham Horror to see the
God.
crazy. Me and Iggy could never play Arkham Horror because the turns would be 4 hours long as we figured out where the rest of the game. Okay, all right. So if we do this 8 turns from now, we'd be fucked. So let's not do that move. You're right. Let's not do. Well, what about this move? No. Me and Iggy are not allowed to play games with a million opportunities and working together.
The other one, I never catch it because I'm not as familiar with British game shows as you. There's one. It's funny because you watch the American ones, everyone's very happy and encouraging. There's a British one called like Mastermind or something like that.
Mastermind,
and they like insult the kids. They're like, "Oh, here's another 3. Well, let's see what you do here." And it's just like the guy's a total dick to the kids, and the kids are totally into it. It's just so weird. You had mentioned it before how different the audiences can be, how they react can be different, how they laugh to stand-up comedy and know when to react to things and know when to clap is so weird, right?
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's culture.
Cosmic, I don't know that one, so I'm in. I did. If Cosmic is telling me I need to see a game show, I guarantee you I'll like it. Mm-hmm. What's the one I showed you? You weren't the biggest fan. 9 out of 10 Cats. 9 out of 10 Cats to me is one of the greatest.
Is that the name of the?
I think it's called 9 out of 10 Cats. Jimmy Carr, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh no, is Jimmy Carr on a shit list? What did he do?
Yeah.
You don't watch the Big Fat Quiz? Oh no, what did Jimmy Carr do?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with either.
8 out of 10 Cats. Thank you, Quaxum.
I'm gonna guess it's some anti-trans stuff, but who knows?
Okay, and you know what? Since
don't know.
I love 8 out of 10 Cats. I didn't know that Jimmy Carr did
Crypto
something.
turf. Oh no. Okay, so yeah.
I don't know enough about pop culture to know what that means. So Zan, explain it to me later.
Trans exclusionary radical.
Wait,
feminist.
Jimmy Carr is trans exclusionary?
Yeah.
Fuck! I like him.
British. Yes, it's the Kel. So yeah, he's British. Yeah, that's unfortunately they're way worse.
We have almost a little over 5 minutes left, and we do have a question in chat. Monster asks, "What's the scariest horror movie you've ever seen?"
Damn, that's a hard one.
I've got an answer.
For me, it was The Ring. For how much it scared me.
The Ring was nice and creepy. I like that one.
The other one that I was looking around my shoulder and scared the shit out of me was Don't Laugh.
Sorry.
I saw it in the theater. Was Blair Witch.
No, I could get that.
Yeah, it really got me.
Well, it's different. I could see that. Yeah,
I saw it in the theater. It really creeped me out.
So I've seen a few creepy ones. Most of the stuff I watch would be more like thriller, not scary, but like disturbing. Mm-hmm. If we're going to go with like something that actually kind of scared me, I have to go with Event Horizon. I think I was just in the right headspace to see something that frightened me. But Event Horizon with the video coming out of hell and just how it all worked, the atmosphere created, everything about Event Horizon in the mind state that I watched it in was perfect, and that one got me. So yeah, I'd say the scariest one I ever saw was Event, and I've watched it since then. I love it. It's still, but I wouldn't say that it's like the scariest thing. I don't know. Just in that moment, it got me. I walking to I sleep in pure black. I love every light in the house. When we went to visit Bits. The murder room. I miss the murder room.
See, I used to be like, what do you call? Afraid of the dark. In that, yeah, my imagination would just go haywire.
When I was a kid, I was afraid of the dark, but I also did not like sleeping with the night light. So I think I kind of forced myself to get over it.
That's right.
And it really helped that my biggest fear as a kid. I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. I had a moment where I actually got to turn off the fear. It was gone. I was terrified of clowns. And I think it's because of Stephen King's It. And I think that because when I found out that Tim Curry from a Sweet Transvestite from what's the hell's the name of the movie? Rocky Horror Picture Show was It, I stopped being afraid of clowns. That was it. It was over. Yeah, so that's why I saw It when I was like 5, so I was just too young for the movie, and that terrified me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what happened, and now I'm not afraid of clowns anymore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I can actually like remember the moment. Like, nope, not afraid of that no more. So yeah.
Quick shout out to another movie that
Same
really
Badger.
affected me more recent is It Follows. 'Cause
I adore It
that
Follows.
really, it really encapsulated the paranoia of STDs and what they said they would do to you in that time period.
Yeah.
And, like, I felt that so hard, and like maybe because like I lived through that time period. God, it did it so well. I saw what they're doing, and if they weren't
Yes.
doing that, I am
Yes.
super surprised. Oh my God!
No. That movie
totally
is
what
an
they were doing, yeah?
insanely well thought out, well shot movie. If you haven't seen It Follows, the concept is there is a creature that moves at a walking speed, always towards you, and if they touch you, you die, and then they go after the last person. And it's basically, if you had sex with them, it's an STD analogy, kind of.
Kinda.
But it's how it's shot. Every scene is made to give you the feeling of how open the space is, that you are never safe because this thing can be anything and it's always going to be. So when they took a shot, you start to notice that your focal point is always there and the camera is always around it, but the camera, while focusing on your target, is showing you, the audience, where they are. You, as the viewer, are always aware of the space that they occupy in the three-dimensional world that they are being represented in. And by doing that, you are always hyper aware of what's around them, even though you don't know what's there. So scenes with background characters, anytime there's a background character in motion, is that it? Is that it?
Yes.
Is that it? Is that... The movie created the tension with scenery. And it works so well that Zan's right. You are on edge during that movie. I was as on edge for It Follows as I was for the Adam Sandler movie. What was that one called?
God.
Precise Gems? Fearless Gems?
Uncut Gems.
Yeah, like I was edge of my seat the whole time because you don't know where it's coming from and what's going on. The difference is Adam Sandler's movie did it with plot, text, and subplot. This movie did it with a fucking camera angle. It Follows is amazing.
Yeah, highly recommended.
Yeah.
Whew. And then there's some movies that are
Miss
just, hey,
Magpie.
really quick, historical dramas are like, oh boy, I'm glad I'm not alive during that.
Yeah, that's a different kind of anxiousness.
Northman gave me that feeling.
Northman was
Private Ryan
amazing.
gave me that feeling.
Yes.
The Vitch gave me that feeling. I don't want to be a fucking pioneer.
The Vitch was incredible.
Yes.
If you don't know what a ship in a bottle is, a ship in a bottle episode is where you're going to have a very small cast and you are going to get intimately familiar with that cast because it's their interaction. The Vitch is a ship in a bottle movie. There's only a few actors in it. It is very tight. Fuck me, that is so good. The Vitch, and I think we've shown this to a lot of you, the perfect example of that is The Lighthouse.
Yes.
The Lighthouse is...
Same director and writer, by the way.
He's very good at that. So now that one, on top of the camera angles, the scenery, and the timepiece, The Lighthouse has one of the greatest monologues, two of the greatest monologues ever recorded.
Of course, just say who it is.
William Dafoe...
Willem.
Thank you. I always do that. Willem Dafoe performing a curse is breathtakingly good. And William Dafoe being buried alive monologuing. Really being buried alive, dirt in their mouth, and performing. Fuck me.
He's so good. So good.
William Dafoe is a gem. Everyone knows that William Dafoe is good. Few people know how good he is.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me.
Oh. Anyway, it's 2:01.
Holy shit, we're done?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that flew by.
Yeah.
All right. I did not realize we were out of time, everyone. So before we go, reminding everyone we will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. with more, and hopefully Fox and Pepper doing Multiplayer Monday, Heroic Hump Day. We're still working on the time for that, but we think it's going to be 6, and we think Boozy is joining us. Billiards but Thursday will be back at 7. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful Patreon supporters. You are fucking amazing. We love you all so much. Don't forget, if you'd like to join our Patreon, please feel free. And if you enjoyed us today, hit that like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. It gets word out whenever we are streaming. You're all so wonderful. Thank you for everything that you do, guys. We're really enjoying this. It was wonderful having Status on yesterday, getting some live music on the show. We hope you enjoy what we're doing. And as always, if you have comments, suggestions, we're very open people. Shoot us a message. We'd love to know what would make the show better for you. Keep your eye on our Twitter. We're going to have a lot of announcements this week because we will have... Oh, we forgot to plan it. Sorry, everyone. We were supposed to now drag it movie night. It's happening this weekend. It's either Friday or Saturday. We'll get that word out ASAP. That is a movie night for any of our Patreon supporters, even at the $1 level or above, and all of Boozy's Patreon supporters as well will be invited.
What's the movie going to be?
Oh, thank you. We will be watching Run Lola Run. We're sticking with our super high artsy fartsy films.
So good.
Yeah, this is a trip. It's a treat. I love it.
Don't worry, you can still chill during this one. It's not too.
This one is not as laser focused as French Dispatch was. So
yes,
yeah, you'll be able to have a good time, sit back, have a bowl of popcorn, and enjoy. All right, we need to find who we are passing to.
Let's do it.
Let's
just
go to here.
One button.
Go to here. Go to here. All right, let's see who's streaming.
One button.
Go to here. We have two people streaming right now. Looks like we're going to be passing over to Taller Wolf. We have
that is Majira.
Two people. That's Majira. That's right. Taller Wolf is Majira. Taller Wolf. All right, we are setting up the pass right now. Thank you again for being here. You guys are all amazing.
I'm just going to pause so we don't have to hear ourselves.
There
we go.
Tall Werewolf.
Werewolves.
Werewolves. Thank you all for being here. This has been The Dragon Show. Until next time, I'm Alkali.
I'm Zany.
Thank you again and good night.
See you later.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye. All right, there you go. Turn that up.